This is so much better, guys. With a racing wheel, a good pair of headphones, G29 racing wheel. I think it's more than good enough. This is like a real thing, man. No kidding. I'm gonna have to install another camera so you guys can see my racing wheel, but let me tell you, it's really good. It really feels like I'm driving a car. It really does. And 3D audio with a good pair of headphones. Oh, forget it. You're in the zone. Pretty much, you are in the zone. The only thing I need to figure out is how to do the chat. That's, I don't know, I gotta talk to some people on the YouTube. Some YouTubers, they found a different way of doing it, but you have to use a PC. You have to use a capture card. There's a certain software you can use or something. But I'll have to talk to them about that, figure out how to do that, because I don't know how to do that, so I'll have to ask around and ask some of those YouTubers out there, and PlayStation VR YouTubers, to see how they do it. Wow. And I'm using a G29 racing wheel. Imagine an individual that's using a Fanatic, right? Direct drive, like a $700 or $1,000 racing wheel. Look how accurate I am with a good racing wheel setup. Look at the accuracy. It's top notch. I like to use one hand. I know people use two hands, but my one hand is strong enough to handle. That's how I drive in real life. I use one hand. I know. But I'm really good with one hand. I'm not kidding. As a matter of fact, a lot of people in Europe are using a one hand to control the steering wheel, because their cars, well, most of their cars, it's a stick shift, I think, with a clutch. So what place? Let's see. 7th. I can live with that. 7th place is a good place to be. All right, let me go to a Pacific Highway track. Let me go there. It's called the Grand Valley Highway 1. We'll do it during the sunset. There we go. The great thing about Gran Turismo, every single race that you do, you earn points and you earn money, you earn prizes, and if you're smart with your money and your credits, this is how you can go ahead and purchase and collect all those cars. I have collected something like 100 plus cars so far, and I'm going to continue to collect more as I progress throughout the different types of races here. This is a blue Dragon. It's a Mazda RX-7, but it's a modified Mazda RX-7 that cost around $100,000. So it's a pretty darn good Mazda RX-7. It's the one that Vin Diesel driven in the Fast and the Furious 2001. His one was a red color. This is blue, but it's pretty much identical. The 3D audio, guys, you have to plug in a good pair of headsets. Trust me, the 3D audio, it's something that you need to try out with the virtual reality PSVR 2. It's something that I haven't really talked much about. Maybe I should do a video about it, talk about just how good the virtual reality 3D audio really is. And it's really good. It puts you right inside the game, in the zone, you know. This guy, it's test braking me. The guy with the BMW. Yeah, this guy right here in BMW. Brake testing me. Dude, this is a Blue Dragon, man. I have the best brakes on the planet. Sorry, BMW. Shit, I feel like I'm in a Fast and the Furious right now. Oh! Well, third place, not bad. Not bad at all. Well, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's add some rain, and let's go to Le Mans, 24-hour Le Mans. That's a tough one. But yeah, it's in Europe, of course. Le Mans. No, Circuit des Arts. I'm sorry. Oh, it's a Du Mans Circuit. Yeah, Circuit de la Sarthe. That's the one. We'll do it in the afternoon. You know, with this RX-7 Blue Dragon, I don't know if I really need anything else other than this. I'm being honest. The handling on this car, man, it's top notch. Woo! The only thing I need right now, it's a racing chair. That's something I have to get in the future, you know. Maybe during the summer, I'd save up like $300 and get that racing chair. It's like a GT next level or something. It's really good. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, that sunlight's blasting into my eyes. HDR. Oh my god. That is realistic, man. Come on, come on. That was a nice pass. Imagine if I had a direct drive Logitech racing wheel, or if I had Fanatic direct drive racing wheel. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I'm gonna try the Nürburgring in Germany. That's a tough one. Oh no 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 no! Oh God, I felt that. Oh shit! Hey, doesn't matter. Number one, first place. Oh, come on. Who T-boned me? Oh my god. That will not stand. I will not stand for that aggression. I don't know who T-boned me, but I will not stand for that. I will not stand for that aggression. Come on, come on, come on! Was it this Mustang? Yeah, I think it was a Mustang. It was him. It was him. The guy in the Mustang. See ya. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Alright, we still got a chance. This guy right here behind me. Mustang. I think it's starting to rain a little bit. We definitely need a rain here in Florida, man. It hasn't been raining for like a couple of months. It's been a droughts, dry weather, man. It's so weird to see that in Florida for 2 months. That's usually something you see like in California, Nevada, but like not in the tropics. I think something's going on with the climate, dude. It's definitely changing. For sure. Alright, third place. It's better than nothing. And that's because the other guy in the Mustang T-boned me. If he didn't T-bone me, nothing would have happened. I would still be number one. All right, let's go to Nürburgring, which is the longest track. It's like 15 miles in Germany. We're gonna try that. Nürburgring. Such a hard name to pronounce. Nürburgring. 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 It sounds like something like somebody's pissed off or something. Nürburgring. 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 Yeah, it almost sounds like a pissed off name, like Nürburgring. Come on. Let's set up the arcade. 15 miles. Holy crap! 15 miles. Oh Lord, we're gonna do this during the rain. Lord have mercy. Hold on. Definitely, Lord have mercy. Let me get some drinks. What's up, Cameron D? What's going on, brother?
How's it going, Ed? How you
Oh man, I've been busy with work, but I gotta tell you, this Gran Turismo with the racing wheel and good pair of headsets.
been? Oh, you got a new wheel, or you just connected the one you had?
Oh, the one I had, G29. It's more than enough.
Nice, nice. Well, it's a whole different experience with the wheel, huh?
Yeah, it's like almost like you are. It's like I'm driving my own car, except I'm driving a very expensive modified car, which is something I can't do in real life because I don't have that kind of money. But
Yeah.
but at least for $600 here, at least Sony lets me do that, right? So
Yeah.
can't complain. I've been really enjoying. Look, I got to tell you, man, I've been really enjoying PlayStation VR. And I'm not saying this because I have it, but it's surprised me.
Well, that's good. That's good.
You know,
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. And I know some people are complaining about the Mura effect and all this other stuff. Those are small little nuances, honestly, Cameron, that, yes, it's going to bother some people, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. That's what I'm trying to say. I understand it bothers some people, and that's understandable. You know, some people don't like the bright screens, you know, it hurts their eyes. We all have health limitations, but
Yeah. But what is this mirror thing? I've heard a couple of people say, but what is it? Is it like, what is it?
it's basically like a light shifting different color when you're moving too fast or you know, moving your head like left and right, up and down.
Okay.
Now, yes, even I can notice it a little bit, but that's because you have high dynamic range. That's because you got OLED, and you know, there's many things to consider, you know, in this headset. You got refresh rates, you know, but I think it's honestly the HDR that's doing this. I think the Mura effect because of high dynamic range of that 10-bit color, but that's just my opinion. You know.
But is it what is it something that they can fix with an update, or is it just the technology? What do you think?
I think they could fix it. They could, but then you're gonna sacrifice the brightness of HDR. So it's. I would here's what I would recommend: turn the HDR off.
I was just gonna say that you can disable HDR, I guess, right?
Well, there you go. It's fixed. There we go. We found the solution. Yeah. Congratulations. There you go. Thank you, Cameron. You see, two minds works better than one.
Yeah.
There you go. Problem solved. But you know they're all gonna.
But I've seen a lot of people say that they don't even notice that. It doesn't even bother them. Maybe it just depends on maybe it's the way different people perceive the lighting, maybe.
Yeah. And you also have to push your headset all the way in, like I do. And some people don't like that. Well, that's the whole idea, to be inside the VR. You got to push it all the way in. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to push it all the way into your eyes. What if it damages my eye? Okay, well then, don't use the VR. I mean, right? Yeah. If you're so concerned about your health, and granted, it's not for everyone. Look, I'll be the first one to say, virtual reality is not for everyone. It's very immersive, and you know, you might not like it. But if you can handle it, if you can stomach it, then you're gonna have a good time. Just like not everyone can fly F-18, but if you can do it, you're gonna have a jolly good old time, you know, flying that F-18, right? Going Mach, whatever, 4, 5, whatever they go, I don't know.
Yeah.
7 or... But, look, so far, the amount of games that I have experienced, I'm really enjoying it. And I haven't even scratched the surface. I still have Zombieland to do tomorrow. I still have Swordman. I still have, what's the other one that I was looking at? Alt Air Breaker, which is a co-op multiplayer game, a swords game, you know, like a Japanese fantasy swords game, which is kind of cool. There's that, and then my God, there's so many. There's Tetris. There's tons, and then we have Switchback coming out, which is a PlayStation exclusive. Another one, Switchback coming out on next Thursday, this coming Thursday. So there's tons of stuff. And then there's a Walking Dead, Walking Dead Saints and Sinner, which is like a remastered version for PlayStation 5. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
People are already starting to make attachments for PlayStation VR 2. It's been almost like 2 weeks, and they're already starting to make attachments.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some on Amazon.
Yeah. And they're even making some attachments to make it look like a rifle, where you can put your sensor controller.
Okay.
And they, some of these, they're like laser design, so they look like a real rifle, but they have to paint it white because you can't have it like the military style, because you know people can mistake it, God forbid, for the real thing. So there has to be a certain code that has to pass for Sony in order for you to sell it. You know, it has to look like a toy, but it has the kind of resemblance the real assault rifle, but it has to be painted like a toy, like either pink or white. But white color, you can go with that. You know, these are the codes that Sony has because of course, variety of different reasons. You know. Yeah. Easily people don't know the difference between a BB gun or a real gun. You know, people don't know.
Now they look so close. Now they look so real. Even I've seen police, they can't even tell until they until they have the gun in their hand. You know.
Or it could be a customized. It could be a customized gun, which is So there's so many things. So Sony has to be very careful about this. So they haven't approved it yet. Sony's looking at the patent, and they haven't approved it yet. Polish Paul VR talked about it. He says that they're going to try to sell it, but it has to be approved. Even Oculus hasn't approved it. They want to do it for the Oculus, but the Oculus hasn't approved it because, again, for the obvious reasons, So if they can paint it like, I don't know, pink or whatever, or make it more toy-like, maybe then, But that's
they're probably going to keep their standard color, but it's even the standard color, you could tell it's a toy, like the white and black color looks like a toy,
Yeah. I mean, I don't care if it looks kind of goofy, as long as it gives me that feel that I'm holding a real thing, You know what I mean? Like my aim gun, you look at it, it looks like a toy, but it gives you that heftiness. It feels heavy, right? So when you're in a VR, you're not going to see your toy gun. You're going to see the real thing on your VR, right? But it's going to give you that sense of weight that you're really holding, hypothetically speaking, a real thing, but you're not. But in the VR, your brain's going to make you think that you're really holding the real thing, Like right now, my brain is lying to me, is telling me that I'm really driving this car because of this racing wheel, but I know that I'm not, but the brain is still kind of tricking me that I am, and I'm kind of believing it. Easily I can believe it,
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. There's a word for that. I forgot some of these phrases. When you are, when you believe something that it's real but it's not. I'm sorry that I can't remember the words for the phrase for this. It's not like illusion, but there's another word for it. I can't pull it out of my Alzheimer vocabulary. I need Jordan Peterson to help me out. I wish I had his brain. I'll tell you that. That guy's rich with vocabulary, right? Woo.
The guy Reefer said he just got himself the G29 steering wheel.
Oh, that's a good one too, man. G29.
G923.
Yeah. That's a good one too. This is a G29, but that one's good too. They're pretty much identical, but there's some differences here and there, small little touches. But you can't go wrong with the Logitech. Any of these Logitech racing wheels, man, you're good to go. Same thing with the Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster's good. You can't go wrong with neither one of them. Even if you go with a T150, which is the cheapest, you can get it for like $150. That's what I would tell people. Like if you're on a budget, go with a Thrustmaster T150. It's pretty good. I have it actually. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Mr. Mike, he says that Sony just released the update, which includes the firmware for the new firmware update for the controller and for the headset. Now, I was actually I didn't read the patch notes for the update, but I know I saw a Dreamcast guy, but to talk a little bit about it. But the update that's available now, it adds the Discord, and it adds the VRR, like variable refresh rate. So I guess if you have a TV, you can take advantage. But I was also just reading as you were talking that they said also that that Sony, with this update, they're making it easy for VR2 owners to find their VR games. So there's a way to filter where it'll just bring VR games instead of the regular games too.
Nice.
And I think there's also some other VR virtual reality 2 updates that they added for. Maybe they're going to be working on that where you could see your chat soon,
Look, eventually it's going to happen. I think they're going to have to do it because people eventually they're gonna see that people want this, and they're like gonna say where it is. I'm sure they will. It's just a matter of time. But I'm happy about that refresh rate because I'll be
C10 can do it, right?
Yeah.
C10 can do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be able to enjoy playing on a big giant screen on this headset, like a Call of Duty in 120 hertz, on a big screen. This is gonna be awesome, dude. So I'm looking forward to that, or like a Spider-Man 2, like in 120 hertz.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be great playing it on this headset. So I'll look into that. I might probably make a video about it once I look at the patch notes and go through them.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna make a video on that. But that's good. See, I like that.
Yeah.
See, that makes me happy because that means they're starting to get serious. They're like, all right, the thing is out. It's out in the wild. Let's go. Let's get to work. Let's start making it happen. And we're gonna see a lot of stuff. It's a slow burn, like I think you said. It's a slow burn in the beginning, but then later on we'll see a lot of heavy hitters.
They might even add like an update where you can, like we were talking about the HDR for the headset, for the VR2. They might even add a feature or an update where you can actually tone down the HDR, like how intense you want it to be.
Exactly.
So that might help with that little mirror thing you were talking about.
Well, you can still do that now. You can adjust the brightness. You can adjust the brightness, but then again, you're kind of like killing the experience, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of like it defeats the purpose. I would think the best option would be for them to turn it off, honestly. And there's nothing wrong with turning it off. I mean, it's still gonna look good, but it's not gonna look as vibrant as with the HDR.
Yeah. Steven says hi.
Hey, what's up, Steve? How you doing? I would easily recommend this option to everybody to at least try. If they have an issue with the Miura effect, just turn it off, see if it works, and keep moving the headset, see if it's still there. But I honestly don't think it's a. And this is I'm gonna take a lot of crap for this, but I know it bothers some people, but I don't think it's like a deal breaker.
Yeah.
At least to me, I mean, if you like can't see anything on there and it's all like fuzzy, then fine, then that's something's wrong. But it's been really, everybody whom I spoke to, I'm sorry, but even Polish Pole VR talked about this. Everyone talked about this, and they said, yeah, they're aware of it. They can see it a little bit, but some of them are saying that that people are maybe exaggerating too much, like making too much a big deal out of this than it needs to be. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, like I've seen a bunch of people who reviewed it, and none of them talk about this mirror, or at least not that it's a big, like, I mean, there's nothing going to be perfect. Even the PS5 has problems.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like catastrophic to where you're going to say, oh, I'm going to return my PS5.
No.
Right, so I'm saying, like, I've seen, like, like I said, Young had it, and he gave the goods and the negatives about it, but he never once said anything about it was blurry, or it gave him like the mirror effect that you're talking about, and from what he said, he didn't even get any motion sickness, and he's not a VR guy, so it's not like he's experienced, you know what I mean? So,
I mean, if I do this right now, like if you look at my camera, if you look at the live stream, if I do this, and I pull my headset out, and I know some people like to do this, they like to put it on their nose, and like hold it with their nose, right? Yeah, you're gonna see the mirror effect. Yeah, it's gonna be there. You're gonna see it, but that's why you have to do this. You have to push it all the way in and get that 110 field of view like it should be. And now you don't see barely any Miura. But some people don't like that. They don't like stuff being blasted into their eyes. It's almost like they're afraid to damage their eyes. And if you're afraid, I understand. And, that's your choice. Then my advice is turn off the HDR, see if that works. I did actually turn it off yesterday. And I did notice that it helps a little bit, but the picture's bleak. I feel like I'm wearing a PlayStation VR 1.
Because you got used to the HDR now.
Yeah, dude.
You don't want to go back.
Dude, I'll never go back, dude, without HDR. Dude, HDR is a deal breaker, man, to me right now. And this is the only VR headset that has it. Let's keep that in mind. None of those other VR headsets have it. By the way, that Meta Pro, they cut the price. You were talking about as soon as they release the PlayStation VR 2, they're going to cut the price on that sucker.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. It's probably going to go even.
Yeah.
Don't they have a new one coming out soon too?
Yeah, Quest 3, which is going to be their major one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So it's going to probably get even cheaper. But they know that technology is old. Now they have to keep up with the PSVR 2 tech, right? With OLED and HDR. So that's going to probably be their focus now.
Yeah.
Steven's, I think you already answered. Steven wants to know if you can adjust the brightness settings.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can adjust the brightness. You just have to click on the PlayStation Home button, and then it shows up PlayStation VR 2 options. And you click on that, and then another overlay shows up, and you got all your options there. You can choose from brightness to adjusting the your play area, and you can adjust the 3D audio, camera, everything. It's all there for you. Yeah, very convenient. Let me tell you, man. I was looking at my PlayStation VR 1, and I look at all the wires and everything I have to connect, and what a mess, dude. And when you compare it to this is so convenient, man. Now, nothing wrong with PlayStation VR 1. It served me good. It served me well. I mean, I still play it from time to time. But when you compare it to this, you just have to say, like, yeah, this is like next level, man. This is next generation. And
oh, no doubt.
I mean, come on. And I'm not the only one saying this. I mean, everybody's saying it. Yongya, Digital Foundry, they can't all be lying. I mean, come on, right? Those are big dogs. Those are the top of the line, big time YouTubers, and they're not gonna lie it for the sake of Sony, especially Digital Foundry. If they see something, they're gonna call it out, But I want to see what they have to say about the Miura effect. They might do a video on that, and I'm sure they're testing it to see what they can come up with, any solutions. But honestly, it's a big drama with this whole Miura thing and blurriness. But I really think that the whole thing is being exaggerated, like ridiculously, man.
Yeah, and with the blurry thing, like I've seen a lot of people keep saying it's clear. I don't see what they're talking about blurry. So I don't know if maybe it's certain headsets doing it, or I don't know, like, because it's if it was really a big thing, I would be seeing everybody talking about it. I see, like, if I see one person say it's blurry, I'll see 10 people say no, it's crystal clear. I don't see what you're talking about. So I don't really know.
Hey, what's up, Brendan? How are you? You know what it is? It's just the they don't want to acknowledge that they have to adjust the IPD, which is inner pupillary distance between your left and right eye. You have to adjust it to get a focus. Like when you use the binoculars, the same thing. You have to adjust the focus. When you use a sniper scope, you have to adjust the focus. Even your telescope, you have to adjust. Any optics you're using, you have to adjust the focus. Even on a camera, you have to adjust the focus. And these individuals are almost like they never used any optics in their life, honestly. Because this is an optic device. I mean, hello, what is VR? An optic device. So you have to adjust it, the IPD, which is inner pupillary distance, and then you have to use this thing right here called microfiber cloth. You cannot use any alcohol or any water. You don't know why. I was going to make a video because there are what you call it around the lenses is the Tobii eye tracker, tracking your eyes. I call it Tobii, but it's an eye tracker. It's around the lenses. You don't want to damage that.
Yeah.
And if you damage that, then that's it. You got to be very careful. So, guys, I don't know if they can see it on the screen. Use the microfiber cloth. I have 2 of these from PlayStation VR 1. Don't use any water. For the love of God, do not use alcohol. For the love of please don't be stupid. Sorry, guys, but please, I'm being nice here. Don't damage your $600 device. Use microfiber cloth. Got to take care of your stuff. Take care of your equipment. You paid $600 for it. It's a lot of money, right? You want to take care of it. Yeah. So can they see it? It's right here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even because I wear glasses, I know like they even spell special spray solutions for lenses. So they might even be one for the PSVR. Like
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
water, it's not alcohol. It's specifically designed for the lens, and you use that in combination with the microfiber cloth. You know, that's how people. That's like the proper way you're supposed to clean your glasses. You know, but I know a lot of people, because it's glasses, they just spit on it or they put water on it.
I know. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a lot of third-party stuff going on. I also saw a third-party lenses that they're selling
yeah,
for people, so they don't have to wear glasses, like prescription lenses that you can install on your PlayStation VR 2.
yeah.
So let's say you don't want to wear glasses and you want to just put on your VR headset. Fine, you take off your glasses and you put in your prescription lenses, the same one that you're wearing on your glasses. So there you go, solutions right there, problem solved, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it just has to be approved by Sony. You know, it has to go through all of this legal process, right? So people got to remember, it takes time. You know, they have to go through the legalities. Once they get through all of that, then they'll be able to sell it, you know.
When you buy your VR2, when you got the VR2, does it come with a microfiber cloth, or you got that on your own?
That's a good question. It didn't come with a microfiber cloth, but I have two of those from...
Yeah. But they're cheap. You can get like 10 of them on Amazon for like $10, you know. But
Yeah.
this is an opportunity for Sony to make like a little cleaning kit for it, you know, like with a solution that you can clean it and sell it for like, you know, 10, $20.
Sony gave me two of them on PlayStation VR 2. I don't know why. Maybe it was done by mistake because of the packaging. I don't know, but they gave me two of them.
Okay, there you go. Good for you, yeah.
Yes, I have two of them. So yeah, but they're really cheap. You can get them on Amazon. You get them anywhere. I mean, they're cheap.
Anybody who wears glasses, they're gonna have a bunch of them, because when you buy glasses, they give them to you for free in the glass case.
You can go to Walgreens and get them, right? They're cheap. Yeah.
Walmart, anybody, Amazon, you can buy a pack of 10 for like $15 Canadian.
Super dirt cheap.
Yeah, high quality ones. So
yeah. And they have that spray, right? Also, they have it.
Yeah. Lens cleaner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that microfiber gloss, it's even good to use it to, like, you know, wipe the dust off of your TV screen. You know,
yes.
You don't want to use a regular cloth on your.
I have one from the OLED. Oh, from the LG, I have one actually.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. I forgot to tell you, I have one from the LG and one from the Samsung from my old KS8000. Yeah. So I got plenty of cloths. Mr. Microfiber cloth. Oh Lord.
Steven wants to know if you've seen the Netflix Chris Rock thing about Will Smith.
Yes, and I'll tell you how I feel about it. And this is my opinion, and please, everybody out there, just remember, this is my opinion. My opinion should not, you know, give you heartburns or, you know, anxiety. So it's just my opinion, right, Cameron? So I'm saying this for the record. So, but no matter what I say, they're still gonna get, you know, triggered. But anyway, here's how I feel, and this is from my perspective. Like when me and you had our fight, right? We let it go. We shook hands and we let it go, and we didn't talk about it anymore. Here's my message to Chris Rock. All right, it happened. It is what it is. It sucked, but it happened. We can't go back to past. We can't change the past. He did what he did. After a year now, 1 year anniversary, why are you still talking about it? Let it go. Let it go. That's my message to Chris Rock. Let it go. Like, why are you talking about it? You're not making things better. You're making things worse. For Will Smith family, even for your family, you're talking about it. Just let it go and move on. We all know what happened. You know, no one has to address that. We all know. You know, like an elephant in the room, we'll just look at it as an elephant in the room. We'll just ignore it. But we know all what happened. You know, just don't talk about it. Let it go. Gotta be able to let it go. But unfortunately, some people cannot let it go. I'm not gonna mention that other guy's name. You know, who can let it go. Who wants me to wrestle him? Like, there's certain people out there who just can't let it go. They can't let it go. So let it go. Don't talk about it. That's my message to Chris Rock. I don't know. There you go. That's all I got for that.
And what's going on with Microsoft, with Xbox delaying the damn game? The game that's like their last legs. They're delaying it.
I saw that interview, by the way. It was it's such a kiss butt interview, kiss ass interview that he did with what was it, Xbox on. See, this is the thing about Phil Spencer. He goes to these, interviewers whom he knows they're gonna throw him a softball. They're gonna ask him all the wonderful questions, and they're gonna give him a massage, and
Handpicked questions, handpicked.
yeah, they're gonna do his nails. They're gonna polish his nails and do the makeup and everything for him. Pamper his ass, and So this is what nobody wants to address about the Phil Spencer. The guy clearly knows that he screwed up.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is not a success. If you lost $70 billion, that's not a success. That's a huge loss. Even Papa Gates will say, "What the hell, man?" That's,
Of course.
yeah.
$70 billion for any
Come on,
company
man.
is huge.
It's a huge loss, man. Come on, man. And he's trying to sugarcoat it and backpedal and look for some excuses. Listen, I always judge people not by what they say, but with what they do. Right? They're all saying, don't judge a person by what he does, but not by what he says. And that's the way I feel about Phil Spencer. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
If me and you were to meet him, we go
sure.
I'm sure he's a cool dude. But if we were to bring this question about his business and the Xbox, then he'd probably walk out. He'd say, "Here's the tip, I'm out. I'm not gonna even drink the drink. You guys, it's on me. Bye." Like, he would just walk away. And that's the kind of person he strikes me as he is. And
this has got to be devastating for Xbox people who are like,
how many? 10,000 employees fired? That's not good either.
More. I know the scoop on that is 20.
Yeah, let's not forget about that, right? 10,000 employees laid off. That's a big number, man.
well, Sony might say, "Come join the winning team."
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh no, they probably will say, "Hey, come work for us. Help us with PlayStation VR 2. Build some games for PlayStation VR 2. How's that?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Hey, if I was Jim Ryan, yeah, why not? Hey, that's called business. No hard feelings, right? Business is business. Competition's competition. It is what it is, So, because you know how he always talks about business, Phil Spencer. We are here for, we look at our motto as a business purpose first, and all this, mumbo jumbo language he uses, to look official, And we at the Microsoft, we believe that everyone should be able to access our ecosystem no matter where they are. Sounds a lot like an Apple. Like, maybe you shouldn't follow Apple, because Microsoft, you're always 4 or 5 steps behind the Apple. Even when Steve Jobs was alive, he said to Bill Gates, you always a missed opportunity. You could have made the first iPhone, but you choose not to do it. You let us do it. So thank you, Bill. Like, he's always behind. They're always behind. They never take any risks. And you can run a company like that. I'm not saying you should take unnecessary risks. Unnecessary risks, but you should take some risks, like Sony did, right, with PlayStation VR. Even the PlayStation VR 2, they don't know it's a risk, but they're willing to put it out there, see what happens. See how it goes. Put out there in the wild, and send a satellite out there, see what we can find out, right?
Here's the worst news over. They delayed it to 22. They posted earlier this year to delay it again, and now they're going to face fight on September.
That's fine. September's perfect.
That's going to be.
I think the biggest problem Xbox is having is because of Game Pass, and I said it before when I made the analogy of dollar store versus like a store like a Best Buy, and Phil Spencer, even he had to admit exactly what I said in the interview when he had to give the truth like in the court, and the Dreamcast guy spoke about this, and he even said that they realize now that Game Pass was a downfall because, and it goes back to what I was saying, is that if you give people something for free or very, very cheap, when it comes a time that you tell them that they have to pay full price for something, they will not want to pay full price because they have come to God used to getting things for free or super cheap from you. So when you tell them now that they got to pay $70 for a game, your own customers are like, nah, we're gonna wait till it's free on Game Pass.
Exactly.
Whereas Sony, even though Sony has PS Plus now, they never pushed PS Plus as their main source
It's like
of income.
optional.
Yeah. Sony always said, no. Our main source of income is we're gonna sell you AAA games for full price. And the players, they got used to saying, okay, well, when we go to Sony, we're gonna buy AAA games because that's how it is. And then now Sony, they realize, okay, our clientele, they don't care about getting games for free. They just want the best quality games, and they're willing to pay whatever price we ask them for it. But now, if you notice, Sony is saying, okay, since we already got people paying full price, now PS Plus, we can make it even better. And when I say PS Plus, I mean, the PS Plus Premium.
Premium,
yeah. Sony says, you know what we're gonna do now? All of those AAA games, we'll give them to you for free after 1 year. Like Forbidden West is free now after 1 year. So Sony says, okay, we don't have to give you the fucking AAA games day one because our customers don't expect that. Our customers know that when Ragnarok 2 comes out, they expect that they're gonna pay $70 American for that game on day one, and that's what we want. But a year down the line, when we've made our money, yeah, we're gonna put it on PS Plus, and that's gonna raise the value of our PS Plus as far as quality games being on there. But Xbox, they're like, no. In the beginning, for a long time, they're like, yeah, all of our games, they're gonna come day one on Game Pass, day one on Game Pass. Now Xbox is saying, holy shit, we're not making any money, we're losing money, and the developers, they don't want to make quality games because if we're giving it away for free, the developers are saying, hey man, if we're spending all this money and resources from our team and then we have to give away the game for free, it's not worth it. And we have to make a lower quality version of the game if we're going to give it away for free. And that's the problem.
It's so true. You're absolutely right about that. Any company that is forcing you to do something, it's a setup for failure. Look at Stadia. You're being forced to purchase that membership just to be able to access 4K HDR. You have to pay for the games, all right? Same thing with the Game Pass. Oh, you want to enjoy all of these games, you have to jump in on the Game Pass Ultimate, right? And pay all this money. I like having a choice. Give me a choice. Give me an option. And Sony likes to do that. They're not forcing you to use the PlayStation VR 2. They're not forcing you to use the PlayStation Premium. But they're saying, hey, we like to give you an option, and you choose what's best for you. That's how you run a business, for variety and options. Give people an option. When you don't give people an options, well, we all seen what happens. It doesn't work, right? People protests. There's unrest. People are upset about it. Protesting and this and that. You got to give people an option. That's what people want. They want an option. And same goes for video games business, right? Give people an option. And look at Netflix. Their sales dropped down because they raised the price, and they're not giving any options, right? And people are like, what the hell? You want me to pay $21 now? I'm not.
It's 25 now.
Now, I'm not saying that it's not worth it. To me, it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
But some people will say, we have to look at it as a majority people, right? Majority like to say, well, why can't you give me like a basic option or something? Like give me an option. Let me choose. I believe to be successful in a business, you got to give people an option. And Microsoft is not doing that. Microsoft is forcing you. They're forcing you to go just one way. This is the way. Like, this is the only way. Is the service called the Game Pass. This is the place you need to be. So then what's the point of a console if I can play your games on PC?
Exactly. Like, why the fuck did we buy a Series X? Why are we buying,
Yeah. Excuse me, I can play your games on the phone, connect to the xCloud. I just need my account and I'm good to go, right? So what's the point of why even bother getting a console? But nobody wants to ask that question to Phil Spencer. because he goes to these interviewers that are, you know, his lobbyists, you know, his shills, and they'll ask him all the positive questions, and you know, everything's great. Yeah.
I see people. I see people on Marketplace. Like I know a lot of people are selling their Series X, but I've been seeing people saying, "We'll trade my Series X and put extra cash for PSVR 2." You know, so if you want to trade your PSVR, so these people are giving away their Series X for the PSVR 2.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean,
bro? I would trade in my. If I didn't have a PSVR 2, I would have easily traded it in. Seriously, like if I was like hurting for money, and thank God that I'm not. But if I was, let's say I was, yeah, I would do it, in a heartbeat. First of all, I'm not missing anything. I have a PC, so I can enjoy. I have a 3090 Ti, so that blows the Series X out of the water, right there. So, I mean, look at the Halo Infinite. Look at all of these games. None of them were successful.
That was their biggest game, like the Halo. And nobody talks about it. Even they made an update, and they fixed it, but no one talks about that game. No one.
Yeah, you know? Man. Nothing was successful. This is the part that I have a feeling that might end up like to some degree like a Stadia. I'm not saying they're gonna fail. There's always gonna be an Xbox brand, but I have a feeling that they're gonna end up in the same kind of like category as Stadia, where it's like, all right, you get what you get. You know, this is it. This is all we have for you. Don't expect anything more than just some, you know, mobile games. You know, some indie games here and there, like Vampires, Heroes, or what's the shit that he plays? I don't know. Vampire Survivors. Is that what he plays? Yeah, Vampire Survivors. Yeah.
He's probably playing PS2 VR.
Yeah, he's lying. He's not. Listen.
Yeah, like behind closed doors, he's probably a Sony guy.
No. I figured him out, and here's my conspiracy theory, and I think I'm right. I think I'm 100% right about this. It's just I can't prove it. I don't have that kind of, you know, I'm not that big to prove this. But here's my theory. I believe that Phil Spencer that you see on the Xbox, that's not really him. That's artificial intelligence calculating what he likes to play. He has a list of things, and they update the list of the games that he might be playing. So they're using artificial intelligence. I don't think that's him, dude. Honestly. I think that's artificial intelligence that's out there, that it's, you know, looking at who's his friends, you know, people that are clicking on him, messaging him. That's all artificial intelligence. Do you really think that he has time to be like playing with other people and talking to it? Come on, man. That's not him. That's an artificial intelligence. And listen, Microsoft, you know, I'm pretty sure has got their own AI. Google has its AI, and so he could, might as well do that. Now, this is again my conspiracy. You know, I can't prove it, but really, you're playing Vampire Survivors? Really?
See, Xbox can, they can make Game Pass accessible everywhere, but the problem is that when you go on Game Pass, you'd be like, okay, you might play a couple of games, but after that you'd be like, okay, what am I playing here? These are like shitty Xbox 360 games that I'm gonna play just because it says it's been upgraded to 60 FPS. That's the reason I don't want to even play this game. They still look shit.
Cameron,
especially after you've seen a game like Horizon, like I'm talking about the graphics of Horizon. Yeah. You think you're gonna want to go back and play fucking Halo 1 from the 360? Just
Cameron, trust me on this. I know I cannot prove it, but he has his AI online right now, playing from his PC. He's never on his Xbox. Why are you on your PC? Because you're using artificial intelligence. Trust me, his artificial intelligence is playing these games. Just so he can act like he's playing these games. But he's not really playing those games. Artificial intelligence, it's playing the Vampire Survivors. Guess what he's playing? This thing right now. He's playing a Gran Turismo on PlayStation VR 2. 100%. I guarantee you.
I almost wish at this point that Xbox would start to Xbox would start to copy Sony games and make like an imitation Uncharted, you know, but just copy them. I don't give a fuck if it's plagiarizing. At least I'm gonna enjoy the game, you know. Make like an imitation God of War, you know, call it something else, but you know, same idea at this point, because you know I'm pretty sure Xbox players are desperate for something, because they're you know, they had their hopes on this Starfield game. You know, then they heard the Redfield is online only and it's going to be $70. They were told the game was going to be free. Now it's $70, and now they're like, it's only online only, and they're like, oh fuck, what else are you gonna? Now today they announced the Starfield has been delayed.
Again?
You know,
Wow.
Yeah, you know, so all the YouTubers are making videos. They're like, Xbox, what the hell are you doing?
He's playing
You know?
PlayStation. Listen, trust me. Why is he congratulating PlayStation all the time? Because that's what he's playing. I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it kind of strange that he's always on a PC? Aren't you supposed to be on the Xbox? Right?
Yeah.
Why on a PC? But he's not on a PC. His art... Man, I cannot prove this, Cameron, but I think my conspiracy is pretty legit. His artificial intelligence is playing those games. It's not him. So when you send a message, you're not sending it to him. You're sending it to AI, and then maybe they'll look into it. His staff will look at it. Okay, yeah. I'm telling you, he is playing a PlayStation right now. He's playing PlayStation VR 2 right now.
You're telling me the
Come
guy
on.
is not gonna want to play God of War? Come on.
Come on.
Of course
Yeah,
he's gonna
of
play.
course,
He
yeah.
fucking. He's like, holy fuck. He's like, he probably cried when Kratos was talking to Atreus. You know, he's like, holy
He
shit, this is like
congratulated
my
God of
son.
War.
Yeah. He was there. Yeah, he was there at the awards.
Yeah.
You know, he was even clapping for PlayStation. He's
Yeah.
like, oh shuck, I have nothing to clap for Xbox.
Hey, what if
You know?
Phil Spencer is like a Trojan horse sent by Sony
Oh yeah.
to destroy the Xbox? Imagine that. Oh my God. Imagine that conspiracy. Holy shit.
He signed a big contract with GeForce Now, so all the Xbox games go there now.
And how's that going to work out? Look, everything he did kind of fell short. What happened to the what was that that service that he had, the streaming service?
xCloud, it's gone.
No. The one where you can like a Twitch, like his version of a Twitch.
Oh, Mixer.
Oh, okay.
Mixer.
Found Mixer.
That fell short, right? Mixer.
Yeah, I was on there. I got partners, and then after that.
How long did Mixer last? 2 years?
What is that? What is that? Like a YouTube kind of thing?
Yeah, it was like a streaming, like a Twitch, like a Microsoft version of Twitch, and barely made it. They're like, dude, they had like some individuals you never heard of. They couldn't get nobody
that's
there.
The thing. Like if in a venture like that, how do you can't compete with YouTube and Twitch? That's like a dying. If anything, he should have made like an alliance with YouTube, you know, or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
That would have been smarter. It's like, you know, it's like what you said with Dwayne Johnson. You don't go against the NFL. You know, nobody's gonna want to watch it.
Yeah, man.
Or
That's
like
just,
WWE. You know, like you don't start no, you know, like some bogus third party WWE. Everybody's used to WWE. Nobody's gonna switch over.
You have to be smart, man. You know, when it comes to business, you have to be smart. You know, and then why make an obvious stupid decision? You know. But let me tell you, when you look at that guy, what's his name, Mr. Moore, I forgot his first name, but there's a guy named, I think it was Peter Moore, the guy who was the CEO of the Xbox back then in 2007, 2008 for the Xbox 360. This guy was so successful with the Xbox 360, even though he had a red ring of death. But the console was successful. Do you know why? Because he was giving people what they want.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe you guys can look it up. I think it was Peter Moore. And he was very successful. He was probably the only CEO from the Xbox that was successful. It's Peter Moore.
You know what he's doing now? He's the owner of EA.
Yeah, Electronic Arts. Yeah. Look him up, guys. Look him up, Brendan. And Brendan knows, but look him up, Cameron. This guy was successful with the Xbox 360.
He made me get an Xbox because he got a tattoo.
And he made it so simple, man. He gave the Gears of War. He gave us all of these games, you know.
And those are the games that people are talking about today still for the Xbox. That's what they're holding on to, Gears of War.
But Peter Moore gave us the, guess what else he gave us? That tank game. Remember that tank game? The from Capcom. Even Capcom used to be a little bit exclusive with the Xbox 360, man. That's how good it was back then. What was the name of that game? Oh my God, Armored something.
Armor Core? No, that's
No, it was the one where you have this huge like a console where you got these left and right joysticks, and you control these mech robots, you know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it, but dude, he made a deal with the Capcom where they were selling this, and it was like huge. This thing was the size of a table, dude. Like a huge console. You got all the buttons and everything, and huge left and right controllers. I wish I could remember the name of it. My God, it was in 2006. But anyway, there were so many cool experiences, dude. Even Brothers in Arms was exclusive for a little bit from Ubisoft on the Xbox 360. This guy Peter Moore knew Mass Effect came out on the Xbox 360. Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3. I mean, listen, Dragon Age. This guy Peter Moore was the god of Xbox. I would say he was the god of Xbox.
He was probably a real gamer. That's what made him the difference. You know what I mean? He's probably like a real gamer.
And nobody wants to give him credit. Everyone's talking about Phil Spencer. How about Peter Moore? The most underrated guy ever, dude. Peter Moore was the genius, man. That's who we need. Somebody like Peter Moore to come back to the Xbox. I'm telling you, man.
I'll pay him.
Phil Spencer's way too overrated. Way too groomed and pampered. Groomed, pampered, and overrated. Super overrated, man. It's not even funny. It's like those royals, you know. They get pampered, you know. Hi, kiss my hand, knighted, you know. Hello, you know, like totally pampered shit, you know. But
Peter says the game he says the game you're talking about is called Steel Battalion Heavy Armor.
Yes, Steel Battalion Heavy Armor. Look it up, man. That thing was huge, man. There's huge left and right controllers, man. Project Gotham Racing, dude. I mean, there's so many games, dude. Man, it was crazy back then. The stuff that
right now, I'm seeing a lot of people saying like
King Kong, dude. We had a King Kong on launch day, exclusive King Kong, Peter Jackson. Amazing graphics, man. It was a very first HD 16:9 game, and my very first Sony game that I bought, dude. Xbox 360 was kicking ass back then, man. But because of Peter Moore. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have a reason to want to turn it on and play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you don't have that reason, then the console just becomes like what I'm using it for, just like a display. You know, it's like a trophy now.
Ashtray, or if you're smoking, ashtray, I guess, or a cooler, you know.
Yeah, like
mini cooler.
There's no reason for you to go out and buy like a second or third controller, like accessories. You know, even if you see a deal, because you'd be like, I'm not gonna use it. You know. And that's where they're losing money too, because there's no reason to go out there, you know.
You know, Dominic sent me that video to watch the interview on the Xbox On, and listen, I really had a hard time watching that video. It gave me, I don't know, it was a very annoying, because it was like he was just like saying how like, oh, we have our reasons and we have our initiative, and he almost like a politician, dude. He's like one of those politicians, you know. Like backpedaling with a bunch of excuses and blah blah blah, you know.
He needs to watch how Sony does those state of plays. That's how you get fans, you know, riled up and excited. People don't want to hear your technical jargon and your business nonsense.
Exactly.
People want to hear, okay, new exclusive coming out May 2023. Yeah,
that's what people want, man.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about we're gonna be acquiring. Who cares? You've acquired damn $100 billion of studios, and you haven't even made a game yet. Not even
one successful, dude. Just make one. We're not asking for 2 or 3. One. Just make one. They can't even do that. How pathetic is that, right? You can, with all the billions of dollars, dude. Give me a half a billion, and you'll see kind of game I'm gonna bring, dude. Come on,
half
man.
$1 billion. I heard they spent $100 million to make Ragnarok. That's peanuts compared to the $100 billion that they spent for Bethesda and and like Activision. You know, Horizon. They said they spent $100 million on Forbidden West, but it astronomically made its money back, no problem. That's why they put it on the PS Plus Premium for free now after a year later. So, And Sony's not spending fucking billions to make these games. They're using the strategy and the formula that they know, and it's been successful.
Well, I mean, everything that Sony does, it's calculated perfectly. Even the PlayStation VR 2, they're like playing it safe, which smart actually. Hey, let's not go all out and lose our money for no reason. If it goes well, it goes well. Then we'll contribute more money to it. We'll dedicate more studios, right? And that's smart business, right? Testing the waters. So I really thought about that. I was thinking about this, and I was like, yeah, that's what they're doing. And I'm like, that's nothing wrong with that. That's actually smart. And guess what? It's doing well. There was an interview at one of the conferences they had. The guy who designed the PlayStation VR 2, he says that they're very happy. It was on a Polish Pole VR. He found an audio from one of the websites. I don't know where he found it, but I'll have to ask him. And the guy says, Japanese guy was speaking in English. And you can understand him. It's not perfect, but you can understand him because of an accent. And he says, we are very satisfied with. So it's like, and he says that the numbers are more than we expected, but we will give you concrete numbers at the end of the month. We'll know exactly at how much we sold, but so far we're getting he says that it's getting pretty good numbers so far.
Yeah, because I mean they're not expecting to sell VR2 the same way they were expecting to sell PS5 consoles. They had realistic expectations, how much it costs, how many people are going to buy it. So that's why they made a limited amount, but for them whatever they sold was successul. So that's a good
and for people who are watching, please, I'm not making fun of the guy. I'm just saying that's how he talks, but he was very happy about the progress. He didn't give the numbers. But maybe he can give the numbers for a variety of different reasons. His bosses probably want him to give the numbers. But he says very happy with the numbers. And they're not cutting down. He actually admitted, no, we're not cutting down any production. He says, no, we are not cutting down any productions on the PlayStation VR 2. So that's all bogus bullshit. Sorry for the language. From Bloomberg. I don't know why Bloomberg is biased on I don't know. Whatever. But clearly, they're biased, dude. They made that article in January, right? The freaking thing hasn't even been released, and they're saying, well, they're cutting down production. Remember that Bloomberg article? Yeah.
Yeah, Veteran Gamer says hi, and Dominic also says hi, and he says it's been a long time. I hope you're enjoying VR2.
Oh, thank you, Dominic. I'm definitely enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying the heck out of it, man. And I know that, dude, there's so many games I'm missing out.
You told me?
There's stuff I have to do on Flight Simulator. There's that airplane on a Flight Simulator, that Ukrainian big giant jumbo jet cargo plane, Atonov, that I have to try out. I mean, there's the what you call it, the Jedi Survivors. There's tons of stuff.
Oh yeah.
But you know what it is? It's just been kind of really, to be honest with you guys, it's been this job I'm working in the morning has been so stressful. Managing people and how it is, man. It's just stress and dealing with public and Karens and Todds and entitled individuals, and you know how it is.
Oh yeah.
Nonsense. So. But I do think of you guys, man. I try to as much as I can. I try to work with my schedule, but it's just really this job that has been driving me to bananas. But that I'm not making any excuses for it. I'm.
Oh yeah, well, the job comes first. You gotta make the money first.
Yeah, but I want people to know that I think of you guys, and I'm not I'm aware, that I gotta be participant here as well. Tomorrow I'm off, so you'll see plenty of me tomorrow for sure. So I'm always aware of that. It's like I said, I don't want to make any excuses because I'm working busy. No. You guys are here. You're paying. You're members, and I'm obligated to be here and present. You know what I mean? Oh, I felt that. That's just how I feel. I think that's fair to say, because I don't want to sound like a guy that's making excuses. And I will not make any excuses. I have to deliver whenever I can for you guys here. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dominic. Is Deacon's in there? Thank you, Deacon. Yeah, you guys just came in, right?
No, veteran gamer.
Oh, veteran gamer. I'm sorry, veteran gamer. I'm so blind. I'm like a bat. Can't see. I can't wait for the chat, honestly. I think it's coming. Chat is coming, guys. Just things will get better. Trust me. This is just, we're kind of growing and evolving with this new channel, but they'll get better as we finally get everything updated with the PlayStation VR, and once I get my schedule fixed and all that, it's just work in progress,
Yeah.
Oh, switching the gears, I saw the episode 7, 8.
I was just gonna talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, man, I love the episode 7. It was such a wonderful, like, it reminds me of my childhood and arcade games and all of that. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it was such a nicely well put episode and acted really well. Wonderful acting, man. It's just top notch, man. Neil Druckmann is a genius. The guy is a genius, man. He's gonna be the next like Spielberg or James Cameron. The guy's just genius, in writing and everything. And episode 8, obviously, we all knew. But I got to tell you, Troy Baker, spoilers warning, he's in it.
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself, but when he was talking to David, it was almost like Joel Miller was talking to him. Didn't you feel that way? Like, because that voice, you're like, oh, fuck, this is, But he doesn't look like him. That's the thing that sucks. But his voice, that's Joe Miller, right? What they should have done, they should have dubbed Troy Baker's voice and dubbed it with.
I think they could have made him look like Joel, and all he had to do was they could have used him and they could have put him in the gym and say, here, just gain about 10-15 pounds, because he already has the scruffy looking face like Joel, I gotta say though, with the episode 8, I was kind of disappointed, man, because in the game, that part of the game, when Joel is hurt and Ellie takes over, that's my favorite part of the game.
Yes.
And you don't even get to do anything with Ellie. Like in that part of the game, that's when Ellie gets to kill all of David's people.
Yeah, and we didn't see that.
Yeah.
And he's doing it. He's doing it.
And even like with Joel, like when Joel finally wakes up, like when Ellie gets captured, and Joel wakes up, this is when you get to play now. And now Joel, he's now like a full-blown killer. Like now when you get to play with Joel in the winter, in the game, it's like a snowstorm happening, and it's like it's a, it's all foggy. Interrogation scene. Yeah. And then Joel, You're supposed to kill everybody. There's no mercy now. Now you
dark side of Joel. You see the dark side.
Yeah. But in the TV show, they eliminate all of that. They just go straight to the scene when Joel wakes up and then he finds Ellie.
I felt they shouldn't have done that. Like I agree, because that's when you find out Joel, it ain't a sweetheart. This guy can be a real demon. I mean, like, he scares the shit out of you. Like in the game, he kind of scared me though. Like really, no mercy. Yeah, holy shit, dude. And even Ellie scares you in The Last of Us Part 2, man.
I remember in the game when you were playing it, I was telling you with Ellie, you throw the bottle at them and then you jump from behind, and she has like her weapon is the knife, and she would like stab them in the neck like multiple times. That was the way she would kill them in the game, right? Like in the winter part. But in the TV show, they didn't put that. Now I wonder if it's because they figured, okay, maybe Bella Ramsey is not going to be that, she's not going to be able to do that type of stuff. I don't know if she's not going to be that physical or what, but I thought to me, like, especially as, like, to me, that's my favorite part of the game, is when you get to play that snow scene with Joel and Ellie.
Can I be honest, Cameron? They should have made it 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Why didn't they make it 2 hours? They should have, though.
I was telling, there's one more episode coming, but I was telling my friend, I was telling my buddy, you know what? I would have rather them make it 10 episodes and extend
2 hours,
extend it longer, and make it the way of the game, because in that scene it's all action. And when it's wintertime now, and Joel is, he's passed out, and Ellie has to get the antibiotic. Oh, forget even that part. You remember in the game.
Yeah.
When Ellie, when she meets David for the first time after she kills the David, there's the part now when her and David, they're in the cabin
and there's zombies.
Yeah, and you have the rifle and you have to do the headshots, as well as the zombies will come into the building, right? And then David is helping you. To me, in the game, that part was phenomenal. And then you go deeper into the cabin, and then now you have the zombies coming in from the roof, and then there's a giant bloater who comes and attacks you and David, and you have to work together to escape them, you know. But in the TV show, they completely got rid of that entire scene, and I was disappointed, because that was like, holy shit, this is the last of us.
Did you hear what Troy Baker said? Like, I'm watching it on the HBO Max, and there was an interview with him, because spoilers warning, something happens to his character in the episode. And Troy says, you know, I'm glad that Neil Druckmann gave me this opportunity to be here, to have this small little role, but he was kind of choking up. He says, like, he was very emotional. He says,
of course,
this game means a lot to me, this game. And he says, I appreciate this medium, but this game is cool. Yes, we're doing something really cool here. I like this. It says, it's pretty cool, but he says, the game is very like personal to me, he says.
Of course, but he's trying to basically what he's trying to say is, don't judge the game based on what you're seeing, you know.
Yeah.
Probably that's what he's probably trying to say while still being nice.
You know what? I think people gonna have a rude awakening. People who didn't play the game and finally they decide to play it.
Well, they're gonna like it. They're gonna love it.
But they're gonna say, wait a minute, this TV show left so many things out.
Of course.
What the hell?
And you know what though? Like, okay, I understand where they, you know, where you can't make it exact the way the game is. But,
mimic. It's impossible.
Yeah, but like all books, great books, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, you have to still keep the key moments of the game or of the book that made it popular, like made it
exactly,
you know, like made it memorable. And that scene with, you know, at the ending of the game, and you know what I'm talking about, when it's winter with David and all that.
Yes.
That's the part that made that game phenomenal, because at this point, you know, there's no more friendship, there's no more. It's just now Ellie and Joel, and they're gonna kill everybody.
Absolutely.
Everyone is gonna die now, and you know that, you know, and you know what? I did not watch any of the Solid Rev reviews about the
TV
Last
show.
of Us, but and he's been doing it for every episode, and I haven't watched any of them, but I did watch the one he made about the episode 8, and he said the exact same thing I'm telling you. You know,
yeah,
and he's
they and not just the 8, with a lot of episodes. They took even episode 3, like, hey, the Bill, like, Frank, fine, but Frank was only there for a little bit. You find the letter.
He's not even in the game. He's dead. He's already dead in the game. He hung himself in the game.
Yeah, you see his corpse. That's it.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I understand. Like, I like the fact that they showed the back history with Bill and Frank, but you don't need to make a whole fucking 1 hour, 15-minute episode. Like, in the game, when Joel and Ellie meet Bill, you know the relationship that Ellie has with Bill. They hate each other, and the way that Ellie swears at Bill is incredible in the game. You don't see any of that in the TV show. Ellie doesn't even know who Bill is, and you know, like in the game. You remember there's a part in the game when you first meet Bill, this is the part like when Joel gets captured and he's like hanging upside down.
Oh yeah, and all those.
All
and
the
Ellie's trying to cut the what was that?
Exactly.
That rope.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he's shooting at the zombies upside down.
That part in the game is phenomenal.
Oh, it's unexpected and phenomenal.
That's not even in the TV show, and I was like, oh my god, how could they not add this part? But yet they're choosing to add a whole fucking hour and 15 minutes about Bill and Frank's relationship. It's like, okay, we only needed to see 15 minutes of that. You know, we don't need to see. You know, you could have included the action that happens between Joel, Ellie, and Bill. You know, even the scene when Ellie has to drive the truck, and you know, and he's telling her pop the clutch, and then Joel and Bill, they have to push the truck while the zombies are coming at you.
That was great too.
Yeah, those are some of my best scenes ever in the game, and all of that stuff. You know, they removed it, you know?
I gotta be honest. Look, I mean, nothing against Pedro Pascal. I love him, dude. I love him. I love him to pieces. Great actor. I even
Yeah.
love that Bella Ramsey. Everybody's doing a great job.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And,
I'll
and,
give them
and,
that. Yeah.
and no disrespect to Neil Druckmann and all that, but let's be honest here. Let's just cut to the chase. No TV show, no movie, ever, never, 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 ever, not in a gazillions of years, will ever change the emotions and the experience that I had playing The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. I'm just
Oh,
gonna, that never, nothing's gonna change that. And I know you feel the same way.
Of course,
Nothing, nothing
when I
will.
played the first game,
Nothing.
when I played the first game, I finished this game thinking, holy shit, I just had an amazing experience. When I watched a TV show, I'm like, okay, it's good, yeah, it's okay for a TV show, you know, it's based on a
Yeah.
game. But here's another thing that I don't understand, and this is where I'm telling you that fanboys are having too much of a say about this TV show. Okay, they are giving this TV show a 9.1 rating. Okay.
Oh, come on,
Now-
man. It's too much,
now,
man.
now, hold on. Now, this is bullshit because anybody who watches movies and TV shows, you have to admit that that's bullshit because think about it this way. Okay, you might like The Last of Us TV show. Okay, cool, that's good, you know. But now, if you're giving the show a 9.1, okay, are you telling me that The Last of Us TV show is on the same caliber level as The Sopranos, as
Come
Breaking
on, man.
Bad,
No way.
as Game of Thrones, as
No
you
way.
know, Walking Dead, as Dexter? You know, like all of I've watched all of the top 10 shows in the world that are rated the highest. I have seen all of them in their entirety.
Even
And
Miami
I'll tell
Vice,
you-
I mean, for crying
Yeah.
out loud. Yeah.
And I'll tell you that The Last of Us does not. And I'm a Last of Us fanboy. The end of the game, The Last of Us TV show, at best, in my opinion, at best, it's a 6. Like, and I'm being like realistic. It's good for a video game adaptation to a TV show.
Yeah.
But it is not worth no 9 because if you're telling me that you're putting this show up there with Sopranos, Breaking Bad, and Game of
come on.
Thrones
It's ridiculous.
that have won countless awards, then I want to know what you're smoking because I want some of that. You
I
know?
mean, look, how about that? What was that? Somewhere in the Best Buy, they put a sticker that says, the game
yeah.
based on a successful TV show.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Come on, man. That's like saying Game of Thrones. Hold on. A book called Game of Thrones, based on a famous TV show.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Or Harry Potter. Oh, this Harry Potter book is based on famous movies. No, it's based on a book. That's what, you know. It's just. Look, I get it. They want this TV show to be successful, and it's a good TV show. It's not bad.
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
great, but it's a-okay, okie doke.
Yeah, it's better than the
Okey-doke.
Halo show. Like I've seen
Yeah.
the Halo show too, and I would say the Last of Us show is better than the Halo show, but it ain't no 9. Trust
First
me,
of
it
all,
ain't, you know.
Cameron, if you look at Pascal, first of all, let's look at like those 8 episodes. A lot of action is missing. A lot of
Oh,
action.
yeah, for sure.
A lot of zombies, a lot of suspense, a lot of claustrophobia that you have. It's missing. You know, claustrophobia, them
Yeah,
climbing
yeah.
through all those buildings. They even skipped that part in Boston with Tess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that they're missing out here in a TV show. And this proves to me one thing. Why even bother, dude? Why? I mean, and you know what's so funny about this TV show? Even yesterday, I was like, oh, Left Behind. I know what's going to happen here. And then episode 8, yeah, I know what's going to happen here. It's kind of goofy, like, because, it's kind of irritating. Like yesterday, I was watching it. Yes, I did enjoy the 7, episode 7, the arcade, them going to the arcades, having a good time, right? It was a little bit emotional at the end, because we all know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But the episode 8 really kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because, like, I already know what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
It's like, I already know. Like, gee whiz, what's going to happen here? Oh, is she going to survive? I know she's going to survive. And I know she's going to stab him gazillions of times. And I know they're going to burn that restaurant, you know. It's... If
Now,
you
here's the-
if you
now-
play the video game, it's kind of hard to... Did you have that difficult
to be
time?
surprised, yeah, to be surprised.
Cameron,
right?
did you have that difficult time?
Oh yeah. Right. But,
Yeah.
like episode 9 that's coming out. This is going to be the end of the season. and we know it's gonna be the scene that takes place in the hospital. You know, when
Yes.
you know, when Joel goes crazy. So let's see, you know, how they're gonna do that. Hopefully they don't skip all the action, because
That's the
that
great
entire
part.
scene is all. Yeah, that entire scene is Joel, you know, taking out everybody that's left from the Fireflies. You know, like
Yeah.
he's you know, and the first guy he takes out, it's incredible. You know, when he stabs the guy in like the head twice. You know, because
Yeah.
the guy, he's trying to save Ellie now. You know, so let's see if they do it, or if they, you know, forego all of the action. You know,
Hey, how about
which would be,
all the Fedras that they missed out fighting?
yeah.
Remember in the episode 2, they barely showed any Fedra fights. Remember, like with Tess, and there was that one guy that he killed, right? That you know, but fine. But where's all the other Fedras they had to fight? Remember how many Fedras you had to go through all those trenches before they get to the building in Boston,
Yeah.
and then before they go to the museum, right? That's a lot of Fedra fights before you get to the zombies, those clickers. So they missed all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit you're missing, guys. I mean, you gotta play the video game. You gotta see how much you miss. You're gonna say, "Holy shit!" Like you might even say, "Fuck the TV show." I'm no offense, but really, you might even say, "Fuck the TV show," when you see how much you're missing. Play the game, guys. Play the game.
I had even seen that originally they were talking about recasting Bella, not using her for season 2, because, you know, and it's what I said in the last live stream, is that
Yeah.
in like in the game, you know, Ellie, you know, she's grown up. It's she's much older now. She's like a teen. She's no longer a little kid. Now she's like a young woman, in part 2. But they were saying that they decided that, you know, in real life, the girl Bella, she's really 19 years old, but in the game, they make her look like 14. So what they decided to do is they're going to keep her, and they're not going to, you know, they're not going to delay the show. They're going to make the, you know, like next year is going to be the season 2 of the TV show. And all they're going to do now is they're going to make her look like how she looks in real life.
Oh
which
my
is like
god.
which is like a 19-year-old, because that's how old Ellie's supposed to be in part 2.
I don't know.
So,
Look, I mean, why even bother with season 2? Oh my god, I can't wait for season 2 to see Joel get killed. Oh wow, wow. Now, if you never played the video game, then yeah, I mean, I think this TV show is for people. I
like,
think
what are you talking about? What do you mean, Joel? What do you mean Pedro gets killed now?
Yes.
You're joking, right?
No, Pedro's gonna out. He's gonna have to go back to Mandalorian. I'm sure he can't wait to go back to Mandalorian. Let me put on that helmet. You
Trust
know.
me, there's lots of people who don't know that because they haven't played the game. They don't know what's
I'm
coming.
sorry.
They never heard of the word Abby. You know, they
Oh,
never heard
God.
of that stuff. You know.
She's a famous golfer. You better believe it.
You know, they could still use the real girl who plays Abby, because she still looks like, you know, real Abby, and she looks the part, and she's young. She's that age in real life.
Yeah. But see, that's my problem with Halo and all these like when you're making even Days Gone. Like I already know what's gonna happen with Deacon and his friend. You know, it's like it's just it's pointless. I guess I can say that it's pointless. If you play the video game, it's like, oh gee whiz, I can't wait for Sunday. I'll tell you what happens on Sunday. They go in and they go to the hospital. And they meet with what's her name from Fireflies,
Yeah.
and then that's it. Marlene,
Marlene.
and then they're probably gonna skip that fight. Then maybe a couple of gunshots here and there, and they're gonna skip that
Yeah,
shit.
that's exactly what I'm thinking is gonna happen.
Yeah, 55 minutes, and that's it. And then the season 2, they go back to Jackson City. We learn more about him and Tommy and how they grew up. I think the entire season next year is gonna be in Jackson City, and I think season 3 is when they're gonna whack him with Abby. What? Hey, listen. How about if Abby happens to be? Dude, I have a feeling Abby's gonna be. I can't even use that word here, but I'll tell you privately. Abby's gonna be something else. I have a feeling.
Well, I'm wondering. Okay, they're gonna make season 2, and obviously season 2 is gonna be based on part 2 of the game. But what is their plan after? Is this like a hint that now they're gonna be bringing out the Last of Us game part 3 soon, because they want to make this season 3 of the TV show, because they can't make season 3 until they release, you know, the Last of Us 3, because I'm pretty sure season 2 is just gonna is gonna be about part 2. But after that, what are their plans? Are they going to end the show after season 2? Is that their plan, or are they actually further along with the Last of Us 3 game and they're planning to release that in like 2025?
I think they're gonna release the game in 2025, and they're gonna release the TV show probably after the game's released, like maybe holiday season, you know, of 2025 or January 2026. But you're not gonna have a pager in there, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
And 2020.
You might have him in there through flashbacks, you know.
Yeah.
But that's about it, like a flashback, you know, flashbacks. Yeah, like going back into the past. But I think they're gonna screw it up with the Abby. They're gonna go that extra mile with the Abby, dude. Because you know her father's a doctor, and she probably gonna have a sex change or something, and this shit's gonna hit the fan, bro.
I wonder if, like on the episode that's going to be airing this Sunday, they might make it a highlight more, like when Joel kills the doctor, who is, you know, Abby's father. In the video game, when you first play it, you don't know that because at that time they probably didn't have that idea. They just probably created that idea later when they made part 2. But maybe in this one, there's probably going to be a lot of backstory with the doctor. So we say 55 minutes, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be 25 minutes that they're going to waste just to get to the damn hospital.
You know what? Mark my words. I guarantee you, they're going to go the woke style. They're going to make Abby change her sex. And they're going to, because of her father, he's a doctor, and she wanted to be a man, and didn't want to be a woman. She always wanted to be a man. And her father wanted a man, didn't want a girl. And she wanted to be a man, didn't want to be a girl. So that's going to be that. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just speculating here, but I have a feeling they're gonna do that, and that shit's gonna hit the fan big time. That's when the TV show is gonna just plummet, you know, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's not gonna. I don't know, dude. But it's they already made. Look, they're making constant changes in this TV show, and that tells me that they're playing by ear, like they're adjusting certain things. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe she's not going to change her sex. Maybe she'll be the Abby that she is in The Last of Us Part 2. But you never know. You never know.
I like in the TV show how they're showing you backstory for characters because it makes sense when they introduce them in the TV show. But what I don't like is that they're cutting out all of the main action sequences that made the game special. You know, and that's, you know, when I'm watching it, I don't like. I was telling my buddy the same thing. Episode 8, like, what is this crap? Like, this is supposed to be my favorite part of the game, and they've removed everything that I love about this fucking about the game. You know,
even episode 3. I mean, 90 minutes, 90 minutes of just like some, you know.
Fucking Bill making steak for fucking Frank, and you know, walking around and cuddling and
Days of Our Lives. What is this? 90 minutes of days.
I just need to see 10 minutes of that, and then that's it. Kill off fucking Frank. Let Ellie and Abby Ellie and Joel come up, and then meet.
Look. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of gay shows on Showtime. And I'm nothing against it. Go watch them. Showtime has shitload of gay TV shows. But dude, this is The Last of Us. Why do you have to spend 90 minutes with Bill and Frank romance? You know, for 90 minutes. Oh, look at these strawberries. They're so good, honey. Come here. Like, no, I don't want to watch that, man. I want to see something more scarier, something more, because this is apocalypse, dude. The world is fucked, you know.
Like in The Walking Dead, there's gay people, gay guys, gay girls, but they don't spend a whole fucking episode on it. They might show you a little bit with the gay guy and like the gay couple, but then within 10 minutes, one of them gets fucking eaten by a fucking zombie.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's traumatic for the other one, and then the other one now is forced to become he's forced to join the group and become a killer because he doesn't want what happened to his partner to happen to him, you know. But like you said, to me the episode 3 was too
my
much
problem
like
with Hollywood, and this is honestly that is well, I'm not the only one. I'm sure I have a lot of people that are gonna back me up on this one. It's out there. It's on internet. It's on the air. look, I don't care about your sexuality, what you do in your private life. Do whatever you want to do. But what bothers me is when you start implementing and ejecting this and shoving it down my throat in every movie, in every TV show, in every speech, you have to mention this. Like, why this has to be mentioned as if it's some kind of a new thing. Homosexuality has been around since the dawn of humankind. Like, what is this? Like, all of a sudden, like some kind of a new thing we don't know about? So why constantly this has to be mentioned? I don't like the stuff being mentioned in the movies and video games. You can have a gay character, I don't care, but don't like shove it in my face,
But The Last of Us is about fucking killing. It's about it's supposed to be dirty. It's supposed to be hardcore, brutal. When you watch The Last of Us, I don't feel it's hardcore.
Listen, Cameron, this is why we have lesbian TV shows. We have the gay shows. They're out there. Like Queer and Folk, you can watch that. And actually, I watched some of them. Actually, pretty interesting, pretty cool, actually. I can say it. I have no problem with that. That shows you that I'm not that kind of a other guy that some people might think. It doesn't bother me. I had gay friends. I still have some of them. I talk to them from time to time, and they're, they know that I'm straight. They know I'm not into that, but we have mutual understanding and mutual respect. But this thing where Hollywood is trying to shove down my throat constantly this notion that I need to be I need to be reminded that that there's these people that live out there. Yeah, I know. There's cannibals that live out there in Amazon as well. Like, I don't need to be reminded of who lives where, and I know. I wasn't born like 2 minutes ago. I didn't cut my umbilical cord like right now. 2 minutes ago. Like, why I have to be reminded? What I'm trying to say is this: Hollywood is treating me like I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Like I'm an idiot. Like, that's why people are upset. Top Gun Maverick didn't do that. Top Gun Maverick didn't treat you like you're stupid.
Well, they gave you what you want. You want to see fucking Tom Cruise do some sick fucking scenes in
Exactly.
the fucking jet, right? The Last of Us, what I want to see them, okay, I understand the backstory and it gives you perspective on the character, but what I want them to throw down my throat is violence. I want to see brutality. I want to see hardcore.
Yes.
When I watch I talked to my friend comparing post-apocalyptic shows. When you watch any episode of Walking Dead, you know what it is? It's extremely graphic. It's extremely
It's supposed
brutal,
to be. It's supposed to be.
I watched Negan beat Glenn with his fucking baseball bat with spikes on it for fucking 2 minutes, and you see the guy's fucking brains and his eyeballs coming out. I want to see that shit because it's a post-apocalyptic world, and when you play The Last of Us, that's how it is in the game, and I want to see it. I don't give a shit about fucking watching Bill make steak, for Frank.
Or him picking up the strawberries.
Yeah, fuck, I don't need. What am I watching? What is this?
Listen, if people if people want that kind of stuff, they have TV shows for that.
Yeah.
If you want the gay opera, it's out there, dude. They have them actually. They have them. I mean, I can send you links if you want to watch gay soap opera. It's out there, dude. If that's what you're into, But like, we want to see Bill and Joel and Ellie.
The action, man.
Yes. Yeah. Not 90 minutes of love and, oh, I miss you, and, oh, you're the best thing that happened to me. Oh. No, I don't want the love boat. I didn't ask for a love boat, all right?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, so there's, and then, yeah, you're right, man. It's just, but see, I think the TV show, it's like everyone's paid not to say nothing negative. It's almost like that. Of course,
if I'm getting paid to be in the TV show, I'm not gonna say anything bad. I'm gonna keep my mouth.
No,
shut.
I mean the journalists. I think that a lot of journalists are kind of like groomed in and paid. Oh, you have to say this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and that bothers me a little bit. Like, why you have to do that? We all know it's not the greatest thing since sliced bread. The video game is the best thing since sliced bread because it's original, since 2013. But this, come on, And again, no disrespect to Pedro Pascal, but you see, they got him now involved in politics. You see how they're grooming him in, dude. Now he has to make all these statements that he defends these people, those people, and then Jamie Lee Curtis is joining him. It's like, this is the thing that sucks about Hollywood. You have to sell yourself. That's the thing that sucks. You know what I mean, Cameron? Like, if you want to be a movie star, you have to sell yourself. You have to do what they tell you to do. That's the thing that. Look at Sean Penn. Has to go and talk about Ukraine. Doesn't know the first thing about Ukraine. Yeah, don't worry about nuclear war. What are you talking about, motherfucker? You should worry about nuclear war, you dumb fuck. You know, fuck. It's nothing. It's we'll be okay. We have to fight the evil. And who is we, man? Can even people here in America and Canada locate the Ukraine? I guarantee you they can't. They're gonna.
Before this, like Ukraine has probably been at war with Russia forever, but this only came to light like in the last couple of years when Canada and America got involved. But before this, nobody gave a shit. No Canadian and no American was ever talking about Ukraine. I'll be honest. In Canada, we were talking about the fucking convoy truckers. That's what was on our mind. Right?
And how many?
How
many like even know that the Ukraine was occupied during World War II by Nazis? Nobody knows that. How many? How many know that? They know now, but they don't. They didn't know if you told them.
It's trending. That's what it is. You know, everything now it's trending. Let's get involved. Let's spend billions of dollars. You know, don't give it to other people, our own people. You know, because that's not trending.
And what do they know about Donbass? Can they locate the Donbass? Where is that located?
Never heard of it.
Exactly.
Seriously, never heard of it.
Yeah. I know where it is, but they don't. But you want us to go fight a war? Zelensky says the American troops needs to come here and fight. Both American, Canadian, British, they need to come and fight here. Fight for us. Why? Why should I, motherfucker? Why? Right, Cameron? Why should we go in there and fight? You tell me why. I can't think of any reason why. Because there's evil puppet out there sitting. And he's not, I don't see him, affecting my life here, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true, yeah. Like when American soldiers fought, they were fighting to protect their country. They never signed up to say, okay, we're gonna go to war for somebody else's country.
Yeah, this is what I don't like, man. It's just it's like, and then it makes you wonder. This guy was a comedian, and all of a sudden, after 2014, they got rid of that other president and they put him in. Sounds like some kind of grooming in. Right? Yeah. All of a sudden he's in there, and then they got these different proxies, corrupted, parties out there taking over, and they're kicking all the speaking Russian individuals. They're kicking him out. They're telling him to leave. You have to speak Ukrainian. If you don't, you're gonna be out of here. All right? And then all this other shit you hear about, right?
I'm just glad that I'm seeing now more Canadians are opening their eyes and they're realizing this Ukraine thing was a lot of nonsense.
Just like the Iraq War was a lot of nonsense. Yeah.
And do you know what it took? Do you know what it took for them to realize that it was nonsense? Is that now I don't know if you know, but in here in Ontario and Canada, they're raising the price of alcohol another 6.3%. So, and they're like, well, we gotta fund that fucking war in the Ukraine. So they were already taxing alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, but now they're like, you're gonna have to pay an extra 6.3% come April 1st. 2023. So now Canadians are like realizing, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Hey Cameron, remember in 2003, Operation Iraqi Freedom? No weapons of mass destruction, zero, nada, nothing. Yeah, Saddam Hussein was a bad guy, but there's a lot of bad guys out there.
We already knew that. Yeah, we already knew that.
What are you gonna do? Go after every fucking bad guy? Why don't you go after Kim Jong-un? You gonna go after him too? So, what a bullshit we've been sold, man. I think people are starting to wake up, man. Maybe it's a good thing that people are waking up, and the elites are now shitting their pants like, oh fuck. The monkeys have finally realized how badly they've been fucked in the ass all these decades by military-industrial complex,
Yeah.
And that's essentially what it was. They even talked about it in Metal Gear, like Solid Snake talked about military-industrial. Hideo Kojima was talking about this in a fucking video game, dude. In Metal Gear Solid 1 and Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Like these think tankers, the 12 philosophers, right? These groups of different countries getting together, right? So they can, have their idea what the world should be. You know what? And now, that shit in video game came to fruition. And that's exactly what's going on.
I've been seeing a lot of threads now, even here in Canada, where they put a lot of quotes like they put a lot of quotes that Donald Trump said, and people used to trash Donald Trump on Twitter and say the guy was an idiot, but now people are saying, you know what, the guy was not wrong. He was onto something, and even here in Canada, people are saying, you know what, a lot of the stuff that Donald Trump said, it's coming to fruition now, because now we Canadians, we're having to pay for this stuff, like, and you know how now the cost of living is substantially going up, and I tell people, well, what did you expect? You guys all wanted a lockdown.
But so now you understand why they never liked him. They didn't give a shit that he says all the stuff about Mexicans and building the wall. No, it was about the fact that he was going to expose this establishment and military-industrial complex. He was going to expose these elites because he worked with them. He's a billionaire himself, so he plays golf with them. He knows them better than anybody. Yeah. So he wanted to expose these motherfuckers, and they didn't like that. That's why they were so afraid of him. That's it. That's who's running the world, these elites. It's a handful of bloodlines elites. And of course they're out there. The biggest ones are in British, in United Kingdom, the royals, those are the biggest ones, But there's others as well,
And all these so-called experts who were censoring him, they're the ones who got filthy rich now, right? And you and me, who are the average guy, we're the ones that are going to be suffering forever now. Just to fucking be able to go to the store and buy your food, it's like, fuck, I got to put that shit on a credit card now, just to be able to buy my chicken, because shit is so expensive.
They don't give a shit about us. To them, we're just numbers, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They look at us as numbers, ones and zeros. These individuals only care when something affects them, but they don't give a shit if it affects everybody else. Dude, it's pretty bad. And that's what he was trying to expose. Just how, selfish and cold these individuals are.
My buddy used to argue with me, and then the other day he was telling me, you know what, man, a lot of the stuff that you said, I used to tell him, like, me and my wife used to think it was stupid and crazy, but now a lot of what you said is coming to fruition, Yeah. And I told my buddy, well, you know what? Now you and your wife, you guys have to sleep in the fucking bed that you guys sewed, because you guys were all supporting these lockdowns. Yeah. You guys were all
voting for Trudeau.
Yeah. You guys all bought into this bullshit when I told you it was all bullshit, and then now you can't even afford to buy fucking food. You can't even afford to buy the car you want anymore. You got to go buy some fucking econo car now. You can't even afford gasoline, and it's all because you bought into it. And guess what? Nothing changed. Everything is the same here. And Canada's even telling you, well, we overestimated things. I'm not going to say the word, but the C, I'm talking about the C, right? It wasn't as bad as we actually originally thought, So,
it is bad.
They're like, I guess we didn't need to spend all that money and you do all those things that we did. That's now because we did those things. Now you can't even afford your basic necessities, But I told my buddy, I told my buddy, but to be honest, man, I don't have any sympathy for you, because you guys called me an idiot. You guys didn't believe this thing, and now you basically, like my dad says, you got to sleep in the bed that you made.
Yeah, because they elected an actor. That's what he is. He's a groomed-in actor. He's part of the same club that these other assholes are part of. That's who Trudeau is. That's who all these individuals are. They're actors, and they're playing their role. And they go to the same club where they go hang out with all these other people. Because that's what they come from. They come from the same bloodline. They come from the same cloth, from the same club. And of course we're dumb enough to believe that, because they look good, they look beautiful, and they speak certain way, and we're like, oh wow, yes, clap, while the person who's clapping barely has a fucking toilet take a shit on. And it's like, oh yeah, while the other guy's out there with the 120-foot big yacht, whatever, with a bunch of strippers sucking him off, and this guy's clapping. I believe in him. I believe in him.
I used to always tell people, whether you like Donald Trump or not, he has no reason to lie to you. The guy is filthy rich.
He's billionaire. Okay? He knows these people better than anybody.
He's not gonna make any money. He's not trying to make any money off of telling you something. He's already filthy fucking rich,
bro.
That's like Jeff Bezos trying to get you to buy something. You think he gives a fuck at this point whether you buy something, whether you fucking renew your Amazon membership? He's already, you know what I mean? Like, do you think he really gives a shit if you renew your Amazon membership at this point? So he has nothing to lose. You know, if Jeff Bezos tells you, hey man, this fucking product is shit, chances are he's not lying to you. Chances are he's telling you the truth. He has nothing to gain by you buying it. You know, at this point.
You know, people need to wake up to the fact that something happened after the World War II. Something got hijacked. And, of course, I'm not going to go into too many details about that, but something changed. It didn't happen right away, but slowly but surely. You know, these think tankers, let's call them philosophers, think tankers, whatever nickname you want to use. They've been planning on this long time ago, man. They've been planning on how we're going to go ahead and deal with the Middle East. How we're going to deal with Soviet Union and get that wall break down. How we're going to deal with the Balkans region.
I know how to deal with them. I know how to deal with them. You leave them the fuck alone.
Well,
Let them
no.
worry about their own problems, you know?
No, but they don't want that. They don't want them to be.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't want that.
Yeah,
They want to
exactly,
control them. You see, the point is, they want to control everybody, so they can be the toppest dogs. You understand? They don't want anyone to be the number 2 or number 1. They don't want equal power. They only want one power that controls everything. It's called New World Order. That's their. Have you heard this New World Order? New World Order. They all repeat the same. Well, you know what that is? That's the oldest wet fucking dream. They've been dreaming about that fucking dream, and guess what? It's not working out. Good.
But you're like the average person making $30,000-$40,000 a year. If they're lucky making that, they're the ones that have to pay for this war because because now they like to use the media to make it seem like oh my God, we have to help these people, we have to do this, and you get
oh, you know what? Yesterday, I'm sorry, but yesterday some lady said to me, we must support them. We need to send them more money. We need to help them out there. You know what I said to her? All right, man, why don't you go there first?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, why are you talking like that? I said, no. I said, you said you want to help. Then go there and help. Go live there.
You should ask her, when was the last time you went fucking downtown and fucking helped the homeless in your own fucking city?
Yeah, I said, ma'am, it's easy for you sitting in that nice, beautiful beach there, lounge chairs and jacuzzi and driving a Bentley. It's easy for you to say, oh, let's send more billions. Let's go there. Why don't you go there? Instead of hanging here by the beach looking at that sunrise, swimming in that nice fucking jacuzzi, why don't you go to Ukraine? Go. Please go. Don't talk about it. Just go. Oh, and she couldn't say, oh, no, she couldn't talk. She was like shocked. I said, yeah, man, don't talk to me about bullshit, you know.
I've seen videos where they have like this area or parts of Los Angeles, and it's filled with homeless people who have tents set up, and they're calling it like Tent City. And I'm thinking, man, like Los Angeles, they got this shit there. You know, even 1% of the money that they're sending overseas, they could have ended homelessness for all these people. They could have just given it to people who are already there.
Exactly.
You know, and the fucking homelessness right there. But yet you're giving it to another country, and now, you know, where did that money go? They haven't got any better. They're exactly in the same place they were before. So where the fuck did that money go? But I see the guy and his wife in the fucking magazine, you know, posing, you know, like fucking Vanity Fair, you know, posing like they're the fucking Kardashians, you know?
Oh God, dude, it made my day today when I told this lady. I said, why don't you go there? How could you talk like that? I said, no, go there. I said, I don't want to go there. I said, I'm not picking any sides. I'm not picking neither Russian nor Ukraine. I'm simply saying I have no betting dog in that war.
Yeah,
so since I said, since you wants to send more money and send our troops there, why don't you go there first? You go there first, ma'am. Don't send our troops. You go there first. Yeah, you go there first and bring your money. Sell your house, sell everything, and go there. Go there. Oh, she couldn't talk. She was like shocked. Oh. That's what happens when you tell somebody the truth. They can't handle it, you know.
I agree, and I'm telling you, a lot of people here are starting to realize this too, and they're like, holy fuck, what happened in the last 2 or 3 years? You know? Yeah. We were blindsided. I'm like, no, you weren't. You were just a sucker, you know.
Yeah, it's easy to say, go there, send more money when you don't have to pay any taxes. You're making billions of dollars, and you go fight the war for them. Nah, F you. Why don't you go there? Give up your goddamn money, go down there and fight. Put on a uniform, Get the Kalashnikov and fucking fight. Do it. Don't ride that $10,000 Trek, super expensive bicycle. Go out there and fight the fucking war. What? No. It's better this. You live in a paradise and a bourgeois, beautiful house, and talking my phony little, veneers and fake teeth and all that bullshit, makeup. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, it's easy to do that. Man, so many phony people. You know who I watch? Joey B versus the world. He's so fucking right, man. So many phonies, bro. So many phonies out there. God damn. Unbelievable.
Dominic wants to know when are you streaming tomorrow?
It's gonna be early, probably super early. Yeah, like early in the morning. Trust me.
What are you gonna be playing?
I haven't decided yet, but I'm debating. Most likely Zombieland.
That's like that movie. That's like that movie with Woody Harrelson, right?
Yeah, but this is in VR. This is actually it's called. Have you ever played the arcade House of Dead with you know what I'm talking about?
So.
Yeah. It's kind of like a House of Dead, but in VR. But it's a lot of fun though. It's like slow motion shooting zombies. It's like pretty cool. So probably that I'll do that.
Has your brother tried out Has your brother seen the VR2 yet?
No, he's been super busy. But he's definitely gonna check it out in April. He says when he's not busy, when he has time, he's gonna come check it out. The first thing I'm gonna show him is this, the Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll give him a little taste of Dimitrescu, and then after that, a little taste of Eloy. I'm so upset that the Eloy wasn't there throughout the entire game, dude. If she was a sidekick, oh my god. Bro, she looks even... people say, dude, she looks so hot, man, so attractive, dude, in VR. Seriously, man, I was like, holy fuck, dude. Like, gorgeous. Like, such a gorgeous, woman. I mean, damn. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but like, you gotta put in a VR headset, Cameron. Like, gorgeous, like, beautiful, gorgeous, Like, she melts your heart, dude. Like, when I saw her in person, I was like, what I gotta do? It's just what I have to do to make you just stay with me? Like, what the fuck I have to do? Tell me. Yeah, I mean, I know it's artificial character, but my God, they did a great job on her.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the voice is, who's the woman doing the voice for Eloy, but it's wow, I mean, I like that character, Eloy. I mean, but I like her. But I like her even more when you see her like in VR. Holy shit, man! Because she threw that water at me and woke me up. I was like, oh my God, it's Eloy, in a game. I was so good, man. And I was excited. I was like, yeah, she's gonna show me the mountain. But she just told me, no, you're gonna have to climb that. I have to go out west, Forbidden West. I was like, oh no, Eloy, don't go. I says, I will not disappoint you, Eloy. I was yelling at her to come back. But maybe they can do a DLC. I was thinking about this, maybe they can do a DLC where she comes back, and before she goes out to the Forbidden West, maybe she spends some more time, right? And she helps you out, okay, in your brother. She made her decision to come back to help you and your brother, because she sees that you are in trouble, and she still has time to go to Forbidden West. So she spends another couple of weeks, right? And within those couple of weeks, that could be a DLC, like a 6-hour DLC, right? She could be a sidekick. Hey, not a bad idea, right?
Yep.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there, you know what I mean? Gorilla, listen, Gorilla Game. I'm just throwing it out there. You know what? There's so many juicy ideas out there, Cameron. It's just, I wish that I had the opportunity to sit in these CEO offices, or right, these yeah, man. But there's so many juicy ideas out there. Like, it makes you wonder how they're not thinking about this, right? Have you ever say to yourself, why didn't they thought about this, right? Like,
All the
Gee,
time.
yeah, like how could you not like realize this? Like how could you miss this, right? This is what people want. This is what people don't want, you know. And
Was it 3 weeks for the Resident Evil 4 remake to come out? That looks pretty good.
yeah, that looks amazing, dude. Now they're saying that the VR is going to be available.
But
But
on the launch or a little bit after?
a little bit after, but they're not saying what kind of VR. But dude, if it's a full version of the game,
It's probably gonna be like the Resident Evil 8, I imagine.
yeah, full version. Oh god, man. Dude, that's gonna, you know, okay, you gotta remember, these are the new graphics. That's gonna make Village look like a good, but this is gonna make Village look like a decent, like a graphics compared to what they're doing with Resident Evil 4. Imagine that shit in VR. Oh my god, man. Oh, Resident Evil 4 is amazing. You ever played Resident Evil 4?
No. I was
Oh
gonna say,
my god, oh my god,
Resident Evil
oh my
4,
god.
That's a third-person perspective, right?
Yes, but oh my
Okay,
god,
okay.
Cameron.
Okay, that's how I like it. I like that. I like that.
I'll listen. Resident Evil 4 has to be the best Resident Evil in series. I mean, holy fuck, dude. It's the best Resident Evil. And you gotta
Right
play
now,
Oh, dude.
Like right now today, they put the Resident Evil 3 remake on sale. So right now here in Canada, you can get the Resident Evil 3 Raccoon City Edition. So the Raccoon City Edition comes with the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake for only $18 Canadian.
Dude, that's a steal. You
Yeah,
gotta
so
buy
that's
that, man.
That's probably like $10 American. So for those who don't have the Resident Evil 2
Get
and
it
3
now.
remake, yeah, get the Raccoon City Edition. And
Now.
you spend $10 for both.
Actually, you need to go and click now and buy it while you're listening to this. Like, if you're not, then I don't know what's wrong with you. I was like, you're gonna lose. I'm gonna lose $18 tomorrow somewhere. It's gonna fall out of the pockets. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like,
That's $18 Canadian, so that's like $10 American. or
yeah, I'm gonna
$9
lose. Look,
American.
no, seriously, I'm gonna lose $10 somewhere. It's gonna fall out of my pockets. I'm serious. I might even put it in a dry cleaner. Who the fuck knows? You know, I'm just simply saying is like that's like giving it away for free, dude. You're
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
3 amazing games, dude. Like that's giving it for free. Yeah, Capcom really knows what they're doing. It's probably the best studio out there right now, I would say, next to Santa Monica and all, you know, and the
Well,
others.
for value, value, they're doing a good job. They're giving you everything for free. You don't have to buy anything extra.
They're smart, man. They know what they're doing, man. They never disappoint, do they? I can't remember. When was the last time Capcom disappointed? I can't remember.
No, they're smart.
Yeah.
They're giving you what you want. You buy
Yeah.
once, and you get everything for free. You get the upgrade for free. You get the VR for free. So how can you complain?
It looks like the Konami's learning from Capcom. They're doing Silent Hill 2. They might do Metal Gear, so they're learning. Castlevania. So they're gonna do all these reboots. That they're learning from Capcom. That's good that Konami's waking up. You know, that they're instead of just making these mobile bullshit games, now they're like waking up and oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. And who knows, maybe Hideo Kojima will come back. Wishful thinking. I don't know, man. I think it's so pretty bad between Konami and Kojima. We don't know the full story, obviously, but I think it's so nasty what happened between Kojima and Konami that I think it's going to take a long time, man. If they ever, like, you know,
So he's
built that
making,
bridge.
He's making Death Stranding too. Who's the company? It's not Konami. It's somebody else.
No, it's his company with Sony. Sony is
Okay.
the publisher,
Okay.
but developer is the Kojima production.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sony's helping him out, and that's great. But let's be honest, Cameron. And look, I'm a huge fan of Kojima, Hideo Kojima, but was anybody asking for Death Stranding too?
I haven't played the first one, so I don't, not me. So I,
Okay, I'll say I'll take one for the team. All right, I'll take one for the team. Was anyone really requesting, begging, Death Stranding 2? Were people cheering and excited to see Death Stranding 2 trailer teaser on the award games? No, they were like, oh, okay, all right. We'll see what happens. Some more packages to deliver. No one's thrilled about delivering fucking packages, bro.
yeah.
Unless I'm getting paid. But I'm not thrilled about delivering packages. Especially a game I have to pay $70 and then I have to deliver the freaking packages. To me, that's not fun. To me, that's... No. I don't know, man. Kojima, what happened to you, sir? I mean, you used to be somebody I could trust. What happened to you, Kojima? You used to be somebody I could trust. Yeah, I woke up. Why don't you? I said, my men are not expendables, and we don't make this kind of bullshit games. I don't know, man. It's just, what happened to him, dude? Right? I mean, no, man. What the
Maybe
fuck?
he ran out of ideas. He's like, oh, let's make a game about delivering packages.
Listen, Kojima, I hope you didn't go woke, bro. Woke means go broke. Don't go woke, please. Do anything you want to do in life. Go crazy like Tom Cruise, jump out of an airplane, whatever. But man,
Or who knows, maybe,
don't
maybe
go
he
woke,
was,
dude. Please
maybe,
don't go woke.
maybe
Don't
one
go
day
woke.
Maybe one day he was at home and he was watching, the Kevin Costner movie, Postman, and he's like, hey, I'll make a game about this.
Yeah. Oh God. And then he says, my game, it's about the message. We all got to build the bridges. We all have to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I was like, no. That shit.
Email now. We don't need to deliver packages.
Yeah. He says the reason he made a Death Stranding is, I need to send a message. And the message is, we need to hold hands, sing Kumbaya, build bridges, love each other. Love each other so much. Yeah, why don't you go drive in the traffic? Yeah, and see how much you're going to love each other. When some asshole pulls right in front of you, gives you a finger. Yeah. There's your love for you right there. Fuck, man. How about these drive-by shootings and shit? Yeah, the bullets flying by over your head. Yeah. There's your holding hands, singing Kumbaya. I hate these bullshit, I have to send a message type of fucking games, because it's garbage. It's phony. It's just like
people are playing games to be distracted from your life.
I don't need a message, I want to enjoy. I want to have a good time. I want Metal Gear. I want Solid Snake back. That's what I fucking want. I want to sneak around and talk to Mei Ling and pick on Mei Ling and tell Mei Ling how big my third leg is right now, and she can talk to it like a microphone, or maybe do something else with it. I don't know. Like I want what I want, dude. I want to talk to Naomi on that what do you call it, the telecom, whatever you call that shit. So make Metal Gear. That's what you need to do. Do what you do best. Metal Gear. There's so much story to tell. All right? No, but we're gonna go and listen. If you have to lick someone's hairy ass from Konami, so be it. Lick it. You do it once and that's it. You forget about it. But at least you'll be able to make another Metal Gear, right? Sometimes you have to do that. You have to lick some ass. It's not going to be pleasant, but it's necessary in order for you to make peace with Konami, right? So do that. Do it once, and that's it. Keep it on a low. Nobody needs to know, and continue making the Metal Gear Guns of the Patriot sequel. Do that. Bring Solid Snake. But what's with this? Death Stranding, Walking Dead, I mean, I like the guy from Walking Dead, but it's like, he's always like, I got a package for you. I'm glad to be of service. Okay, yeah. I have a package for you. I'm glad to be of service. We are connecting more worlds together, bringing the peace together. The love, it's all we need. Summer of love, winter of love, love everywhere. Hold hands. Sing Kumbaya and see how far we can stand here. That's right. That's it. Yeah. How long can you stand there, hold the hand, sing Kumbaya, before somebody drops the fucking bomb on you and shit, and then you're not holding hands anymore. Now you're looking for the hands all over the place. So look, I'm just tired of this phony shit. Save the trees and save the planet. No, planet's gonna be here. Planet's been around for billions of fucking years. It's us that we need to worry about. All right, but let's just have a good time. Let's just enjoy life. Let's do what we do best. Have a good fucking time. Now, what's with all this shit? This is how you should talk. This is how you should drink. This is how you should dress. And this is how you present yourself. This is politically correct, and this is not politically correct. Let's just cut this shit. Let's go back to the 80s. Let's bring, George Carlin and, what's his name, the other guy, Richard Pryor. Let's do it like that, back in the days. Yeah. Back in the days of George Carlin, Richard Pryor. Not this bullshit, sensitive shit. Everybody's sensitive. Oh, you can use that word? Oh, you can say that. Yeah, I can. I fucking will. And suck my dick and lick my balls. That's my message. And while you're at it, might as well open my ass and lick it too. You know, because just to let you know, I don't use even paper towel. I don't even wash my ass. I just take a shit and that's it. You know, I'm waiting for somebody to lick my ass. So yeah, that's how I roll. So yeah, that's me. You know, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how I should fart, and don't tell me that your fart smells better than mine. Don't bring me that fake shit. You know, I'm just being straightforward these days with people. Like, you know, it's like even that lady this morning. Oh, we need to save Ukraine from this evil boogeyman, Putin. He wasn't so evil in 2000 when he was hanging out with George Bush, wasn't he, huh? But now he's evil all of a sudden. So listen, let's give me a fucking break. You want to go fight in Ukraine, go fight in Ukraine. But don't talk about it while you're sitting in your fucking jacuzzi and drinking a fucking very expensive bottle of champagne. And you got fucking DoorDash delivering that shit to you fucking for free. You probably even pay for it. Probably some guy you know at some fucking club at Mar-a-Lago fucking paid for it for you. It's on the house. Here you go. So, you know, all these rich assholes, and shut the fuck up, dude. You have money, enjoy your fucking life, and shut the fuck up. But don't tell me, don't tell me what we should do. Go fuck yourself and enjoy your fucking little habitat there on your fucking island. Shut the fuck up, you know. That's it. That's my message. You know. Oh, we need to save Ukraine. Go and save it. How's that? Get out of the fucking jacuzzi right fucking now. Sell your fucking Rolls Royce and your Bentley and first ticket right now. Get the plane, call Zelensky and go there right now. Put on a fucking, you know, vest, get a Kalashnikov and fucking fight. Oh, is she gonna do it? Why, I think not.
I remember there was a girl. I don't remember if she was a Canadian or American.
Yeah.
And she was like completely Canadianized. Like she was born everything here, or maybe in America. I don't remember. But I remember she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do the right thing, and she's like, I'm gonna go to Ukraine. I'm gonna get a gun, and I'm gonna help the soldiers fight the Russians.
Oh,
what happened?
Jesus.
The first day she went there, she got her brains blown out.
There you go. There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck did you do? Like, what did you accomplish? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Now your fucking family has to fucking pay money to get your dead body extradited back to Canada or America. You know, pay for the fucking funeral. What did you do? Nothing. Did you help anybody? No, you got your brains blown out.
Yeah.
You didn't help anybody. You didn't do anything.
And now they have to pay for taxidermy. They have to put something in that brain to cover the hole, you know. I don't know, titanium or whatever. That costs money too. If you're going to do an open casket or whatever. Listen, man, people are just so dumb, man. I mean, I know what? I think people gotten dumber as the time... Like, I think back in the days, people are smarter. I'll say this. Back in the days, people are smarter.
Of course.
But now people gotten dumber and dumber. It's like beyond retarded. It's like a new level of... Like, I don't know, what's above the retarded? It's like the new level of dumbest. I don't know. I don't know where do you go from there. It's like some new phenomenon, you know. Yeah. Like no common sense. Shit, being retarded now, it's actually considered smart. So if you're retarded, actually, good news, you're smart. Retarded people are smarter now than the normal people. So congratulations. So if you're retarded, you're actually smarter than the normal person. So what happened with people, man? Seriously, Cameron, what do you think? What the fuck happened to people, man? What's going on? How do we get so fucking dumb, man?
My generation of people, they see it, they understand it, and I mean, a lot of them now have realized, they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay out of it. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, I'll stay out of it, right? Let the idiots be the idiots like they want to do. And you know, that's how it is. But today's generation of people is like, okay, let's help everybody. Let's help everybody. What, really? What the fuck? Do you have military training? What do you think this is? Do you think this is like going and you're protesting outside, holding a fucking sign, and next thing you know, you get a fucking bullet between the eyes? Yeah.
And they said, and then someone said to me the other day, oh, but we need to go in there. We need to fight the evil Russia. I said, okay, so what are you gonna do? 50,000 troops, active soldiers? At best, maybe we can have like 150,000 troops, and maybe out of that 100,000, maybe 50,000 is like active combat. And that's all we have. While the Russia has 300 million active combat that they have. And they got the resources to get the ammo and artillery constantly. They can bomb the shit out of Ukraine till the end of times. And so how are we going to march into Soviet Union, Russia? How are we going to go in there? We don't have enough troops to do it. The only thing we can do is create that place into a nuclear wasteland. But what's the point of that? You can't go there for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
So,
like Chernobyl,
yes.
you can't do anything.
So what's the point of that? It's going to fuck up our atmosphere. You're going to have a black rain pouring down with all the acid shit. People are going to be dying of diseases, and they're going to grow a dick in their foreheads. Hanging. They're going to have nuts hanging out from their nose. So is that what you want? How about this? Sleepy Joe signs a resignation and takes a nap to a nursing home, and we get somebody who's willing to negotiate and make a plan, a peace plan accord, so that way we can find a solution, okay? Where we can give the land that belongs to Russia there, give it to them on the east side, and give Ukraine on the west side, and make a peace, and then we can have some kind of diplomatic immunity there, and make it a no-fly zone, and make some kind of agreement. And if somebody violates that agreement, they're going to be punished. How's that? Like, let's negotiate. Let's go in there and let's talk. Let's have a talk. Yeah. But no one's doing that. No one, listen, they haven't even, this administration, it's been a year. It's been a year now. A year and 3 months? Or a year and 2 months, whatever. They haven't even attempted to even have a meeting with Kremlin, to even go there, right, to talk. We're not in war with Russia from what I understand, right? So we can go and talk to them. No one even attempted to go there. Our president even bothered to go there. To even attempt to talk.
They spent more effort trying to take down Donald Trump than they are doing to do anything else.
Talk to Putin.
Exactly. They've spent more effort trying to discredit everything Donald Trump said than they are actually facing the actual problems.
Like, dude, at least give it a try. Go and talk to him. Say, hey, you know what? Let's work this out. What the Ukrainians are doing is not cool. They need to give that east side to Russian-speaking Ukrainians. They want to have that side of Russia be part of Russia. They want to separate. They want to have their own, like Kosovo separated from Serbia. So same thing happening in Donbass, where Kosovo wanted to be separate from Serbia. So why can't you do the same thing for Donbass? Let them have that area, let it be recognized by the rest of the world that's part of Russia, and give Ukraine the west side. And let's make some kind of agreement so that way we don't have this bullshit fucking war where innocent millions of people are going to die, and God forbid a World War III, or God forbid a nuclear war. Let's avoid that shit. Nobody wants war. I know, I come from a fucking war, from Bosnia. I know what fucking war does. Nobody wants war. So let's avoid it. But how do we avoid that? By talking. Like we did in Bosnia. We had the Dayton, Ohio agreement, where Croats, Serbs, and Muslims came together and they made a deal. Bill Clinton was there, Bob Dole was there, and they signed the agreement, and that's it. Shook hands, and guess what? There hasn't been a war there since 1996. For 28 years, almost 30 years, almost 30 years. Close to 28 years, I'm sorry, hasn't been a war. Things are normal, been normal. The economy is blooming, everything's normal. Everybody's happier now, living happy, working together. We can do the same thing in Ukraine. Built the city, built the infrastructure, but no, let's go to war. Let's go hunt this evil, boogeyman, See, this is what's scary, that we have these types of individuals in Washington D.C. who just are so hungry for war, dude.
Yeah.
Hungry for fucking war, dude. And only for their own interest, not for our interest. They don't give a shit about our interest. I know how much they care about my interest on the April the 15th. It's called the Eternal Revenue Sharing. They shove it in my fucking ass. Yeah.
Dominic says Wazam is coming next Tuesday. It's gonna be fun. He says he's spending like $500 in the first day.
Oh shit! Well, you're
Was it a
gonna
new plane? What is
no.
it, a plane?
VASM is actually the ability to get all of those PC airplanes that I was using,
Okay.
and now those PC airplanes you can finally bring them to the
Series X?
Xbox. To the
Okay,
Xbox.
that's good.
So now you get a reason to turn that Xbox. Maybe I'll have a reason to turn it on finally.
But why would they make you like if you're already buying it from Microsoft and you have it on a PC, you should be able to just automatically have it on the Xbox because you already paid for it. You know, you don't have to buy it twice.
Because Xbox is stupid. You know, I mean, I don't know how else to say.
I know what they're doing, but you think about it. Like if I was them, I'd be like, fuck, man, we're not giving them any games. There's nothing. At least let's fucking give them if they've already bought it on the PC because it's Xbox. It's not like a Sony or a different company. It's Xbox, Microsoft. If I've already paid for it, why can't I just import what I've already owned on the PC version, on the Xbox version?
And this is exactly why I'm not buying the Atonov airplane on the PC. Do you know why? Because I don't want to pay twice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait for the Xbox VASM next week. So that way, when I buy it, I can use it on the Xbox and the PC. So that's why this VASM it's a big deal, you know. And I can't wait, actually. That's a good news. Yeah. That's a good news. I'll have to jump on it, you know. And if I do that, if I do that, all of these PlayStation VR2 fanboys, what happened? I thought you were about the VR. Why are you now doing the airplanes? Don't worry.
Well, technically, it has VR too.
So I can do that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing: if you buy, so since you're buying it now for the Xbox Series X, these third-party planes and whatnot, does that mean technically that the planes now are going to work flawless on the Series X, where on the PC you might have had some problems?
Well, that's up to the developers. They have to update it. See, it's still up to them to update. So they have to send the updates on that, you know. And that's something that the Asobo cannot control. That's up to the developers, you know. Which is fine, you know, and developers should update. And they do. You know, some they do, but some they don't. Like Captain Sim, which is the worst. That guy never freaking updates. That guy's he took what was it, Boeing 747 and replicated it into 777, which is so ridiculous. So there's some shady developers out there, you know. Like everywhere else, you got to be careful with that. But
it would be good for guys like Dominic, who already bought all these third-party planes on the PC, to be able to import them to the Series X, because it's the same company, not have to buy it twice.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see. I think that will change. Well, the first airplane I'm going to buy, it's going to be Atonov, so I'll be able to try it on the Xbox, and then I'll be able to try it on the PC with the VR, so I'll be able to enjoy best of the both worlds, you know. But it's going to be interesting to see how well it runs on the Xbox versus the PC. Because PC, there's always issues with the Windows, and so it'll be interesting to see, you know. So this is very exciting, and I know I'm also excited as well, because it's finally, man, it's been a long time coming. And there's a lot of airplanes coming down the pipeline, so.
And those airplane steering wheels that you bought, you can use them on the Xbox too, right?
Yeah, I can use the what you call it, that
Thrustmaster, is
that yoke, that was a TCM yoke. I can use it, which is a Boeing yoke. I can use it. I can use the Velocity 1 flight stick, all of that. Yeah, all of it. So finally, some good news for the Xbox, right? Jesus, right? Not
you know what?
some.
Say what you want. At least you know, a flight simulator. They keep bringing updates to their game. They're not just letting it die. You know, so
that's the only thing that.
At least that's good for the flight simulator.
I honestly believe the flight simulator is the only thing that's keeping this Xbox alive. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hold on, I need to make some more money. I got some more cars I need to check over here.
He says the TCA Boeing yoke pack.
Oh, TCA, yeah. Not TCM, TCA. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's you've seen it, you know. I played on it. Yeah. It's a replica, 100% replica, and that thing is huge, man. It's heavy, but it's good. I done like from Miami to LA. I've done some flights with that thing, and it was pretty good, man. And one time, remember, there was the guy that had like a that was like stroking his ding dong or something in his pants. Remember?
Yeah.
The one guy. Those twins. Oh man, those were funny. Oh, and there's also an update for the train. You know that Japanese train railroad?
Okay.
Yeah, so there's some stuff coming up for that as well. A new route. I know Holly wants me to do it during the snow. I think they're gonna have the snow for the train railroads. And once they do, I will definitely do it for her. So, because she loves the trains and all that, so I'll definitely do that.
He says he's going to be flying the 737 all day, 24/7.
7:30. There you go. Me, I'm gonna be flying that Atonov. That Atonov, man, that thing is ridiculous, man. It's huge.
What is that? A Russian plane? Sounds like Russian.
Well, yeah, it is. But it's Ukrainian, but it's Russian, really Russian made. It's just Ukrainian had it. So it's huge. That thing is juggernaut. It's like an Enterprise, you know, like Star Trek. It's huge, bro. It's like an Empire State Building. It's freaking ridiculous. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I don't know if people are wondering how does it feel driving this with wheel. It feels like a real thing, dude. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, Cameron. It feels like a real thing, like I'm driving a real thing.
You get the feedback in the wheel too, right?
Yeah, I mean, and this is a G29. Imagine if I had a direct drive Fanatic or that direct drive $1,000 racing wheel. Ugh, shit. With the hydraulic seats. Whew. You seen that one guy? I've seen the one guy. He had like hydraulics moving the, you know, like shocks moving the chair as the car is moving as well, as the car is, you know, going up and down and all that.
Dominic says he found out yesterday that the Antonov was made in Kiev.
Oh, Kiev.
Yeah,
Kiev.
in 1983.
Well, but that's Russia. That was Soviet Union, so I'm sorry, Ukraine. It's Soviet Union. You were under the USSR.
Red heat.
Yes, sis. What was it that he says? Capitalist.
How do you Russians deal with stress? Vodka.
Vodka. I do not want to touch your ass. I just want to know where. What does it say the guy was? The guy was looking for? Some Russian guy's name, I don't know.
Victor.
Where's Victor? I want Victor. I do not want to touch your ass. I want Victor. Where's Victor?
That's still a badass movie to even
today.
Red Heat.
Yeah. You know what? Another thing I don't like is, you know, they all talk about, you know, don't generalize, don't, you know, like, you know how they, you know, when they this virus of China, right? When it came out of China, oh, don't generalize this and that. No one was generalizing. They were simply saying that the virus came from China, right?
But now the FBI confirmed that. I don't know if you see it. They actually confirmed that it did, and they're like, who knew all along Donald Trump was right?
Yeah, it did came from Wuhan. He says, well, that's a fact. He says,
it's been confirmed.
So what I'm supposed to say? It came from I don't know, out of space. No, it came from a lab in China. Like, deal with it. How is that like him not liking Asian people because he says came from China?
Hey, like people nowadays, what I find and what a lot of people are saying is that people nowadays are offended by facts.
By the way, this live stream will be limited monetization, which is fine by me. That means less taxes I have to pay. So go ahead.
Yeah, but it's true. I mean, it's like people are you know, offended by
everything.
Yeah, facts.
No. Thank you. God bless you, Cameron. Thank you. Facts. Thank you. Can you say it again? Facts.
People are offended by facts.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, like I said, you can believe what you want, but doesn't mean it's fact. The fact says that this is this and that is that. Whether
And
you don't
look,
want to accept that,
he
that's up to
met.
you.
Listen, he likes G. They're good friends. He met with him. He invited him here to Mar-a-Lago. Okay. He likes G. He likes China. He got along with China, but all of a sudden he's like some kind of like a hater of China. Him and G got along, dude, but he was saying that, hey, they were not being transparent with us. You know, China wasn't being transparent. They didn't give us the heads up about this virus. Did they release it intentionally or unintentionally? We don't know. All we know is it was man-made, created in Wuhan. And where is Wuhan? China.
Yeah.
So it came from China. China. All right, this video is blocked in some countries like China. Oh, and also this video is blocked in California and some other lefties, liberal counties. This video will not be viewed. But it will be viewed in all the other conservative states. Hey, Texas, big, hey, they'll see this video in Texas.
Dominic says to tell you,
Yeah.
he says, also, I'll send you some tutorials because I heard the 225 is like 10 times more high fidelity than the A310, and everything is in the Ukrainian language. You can only change like 3 things to English.
Wow. I like that actually. They really went authentic. So that's cool. I like that. I like that, man, because I want to keep it authentic, you know. That means that they are giving you a study level Antonov airplane, and that's simulator. You know, you want simulator. Well, that's what it's all about, right? That's the real thing. So you're gonna learn how to operate the Antonov. So next time you ever see an Antonov in person, you'll be able to fly that fucker out of Ukraine and land safely somewhere where there's no war. I mean, yeah, so that's cool. Send it to me in the IG. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. But also the thing that bothers me is how they demonize all the Russians. You know, and we got a lot of Russians Americans living in this country, and they're like scared, man. They're like, what if somebody demolishes my restaurant? Or they're scared. You know, what if somebody, you know, does something to my store or to my apartment, you know, because I'm Russian, you know, and that's demonization, you know.
Yeah,
they demonize, you know.
I said a long time ago, the average Ukrainian and Russian person who has a little business and trying to survive, they don't want war. They don't give a shit about war. All they want to do is make enough money to feed their family and their kids and earn a living, and that's it. They don't agree with Putin. They don't want none of this shit. They just want to be left alone, and just like us, we don't want to. Like what if fucking you had to go to war tomorrow? You don't want to do that shit. Even me, if they said you got, I don't want to fucking do that shit.
And people say
I'm nice and comfortable. I don't want to go to war.
And then people say, why are we talking about this? Well, we're talking about it because Zelensky's telling me that I should get drafted and Cameron should get drafted and we should go and fight that war for him. That's why. I mean, I'm not making this up. He made a statement and he says, you guys will have to come and fight. NATO and the Americans, and you know, when I say NATO, I mean, you know, Canada as well, everybody, you know, the whole deal.
Everybody part of the NATO, yeah. Part of the NATO.
Come and fight my war for me. Why? Why should I?
Well, he gets to be in Vanity Fair magazine.
Yeah. So yeah, the only way we're gonna do that is if we all get drafted. So we all should get drafted to fight the war for you.
Luckily for me and you, we're considered too old by now.
Yeah, too old. Yeah. You know, but they'll figure out the way to use me. Oh, you can be a translator. You know Russian, so you can use you as a translator. They'll figure out.
You can be the guy. You can be the guy carrying the fucking ammo for the young guys. You know?
Yeah.
So if you get blown up, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I could be like Upham, hiding somewhere in a fucking you know. I'll never bring the ammo. I was like, here, take the ammo. I don't want it. Take it. I don't want to fight for nobody. I was like, fuck that shit. Like, no, you know what? Here, take the ammo. I don't care. Just take it. I don't want it. So I'm gonna fight for nobody. Yeah, fuck that shit, man. You know. because nobody wants to fight. What are we fighting for? Some guy we don't fucking know, comedian?
Yeah.
For some failed comedian we're supposed to fight? Yeah. Unbelievable, dude. You know what? This is like living in a Twilight Zone or some weird ass fucking movie, dude. You can make this shit up, Cameron. Really, you can't make this shit up, bro. Unbelievable. Wow. Hey, how about this? We tell Zelensky, why don't you come in and you take care of our homeless problem? You know, bring all that 150 billion and maybe you can fix our homeless problem. You know, build our infrastructure, right? You need to do that. You should do that for us. You know.
No
you think
way, buddy.
he's gonna? You think he's gonna do it? No, he's gonna laugh his ass off with a smirk, big smirk on his face. Durak, I'm not doing that. You are doing that. That's exactly what he's gonna say. Come on, man. You know, I feel sorry for the 8 million refugees who had to fucking leave that country because of this asshole. Because he wants to start a war. He doesn't want to meet with Putin. Doesn't want to give the Russian-speaking Ukrainians their own little republic. No, come on, man. See, a lot of people don't know what happened in 2014. The Minsk agreement that was broken. See, do you even know about the Minsk agreement in 2014, Cameron?
No, I don't even know anything.
Well, there you go. See, that's the problem.
The average person like me has no idea why the fuck Ukraine and Russians even fighting in the first place. They'll be like the average person's like, why the fuck are they fighting? Like, why can't they get along, right? Like, it's not like the average American and the average Canadian person, and I'm pretty sure even the UK person.
Yeah.
They're not used to war because let's be honest, Canada and America, we are not people who fight. We are like fucking soft, okay? Our wars is probably the most we've ever seen is like fucking Boys in the Hood. Okay?
That's it.
Seriously,
yeah.
So like even my parents or even anybody I ask them, if I ask them like why is Ukraine fighting Russia? Why? The answer is we don't have a fucking clue. We don't even know what the history is because at the end of the day, it's not our history. So it's not up to us to learn somebody else's history. You know, it's like I can ask you like why is this race fighting? You won't know because it's not your race. It's not part of you. So,
yeah.
But now we are being told that we have to care, we have to be involved, and we're like, for what? I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know who's right, who's wrong.
Yeah.
Who's a good guy, who's a bad guy.
Up until 2 years ago, I didn't fucking even know where the fuck Ukraine was on the fucking map. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fucking
people still don't know.
Guy. Yeah.
People still don't know. They don't know it, actually.
I'm not good in geography. That's not my thing. If you were to say, I'm gonna fucking blow your brains out, unless you can point on the fucking map where Ukraine is, I'm fucking dead.
I know. I'll pull the trigger.
Yeah, I'm dead. I don't even know where the fuck it is. I'll be honest with you. You know.
No, you're right. People don't know. And then they start talking about Donbass. Oh God! Go to Toronto and ask somebody on the street. Hey, you know what a Donbass is? He's gonna
I never heard of that word until you just said it now. I'll be honest with you.
You know what he's gonna think? He's gonna say, "Is that some kind of a nightclub, Donbass or some shit in Toronto that just opened up?" Right?
Yeah.
He's not gonna know like where the fucking Donbass is. So look, man, this is why we're in this trouble, because we listen to these puppeteers, these masters of puppets, telling us what we should do. Come on, man. And everybody's all wearing flags, oh, save this, save that. My heart bleeds for Ukraine, or my heart bleeds for this country. My heart bleeds, all this bullshit, God,
I remember too, like when it was happening. I mean, and like I said, a lot of these people are doing these things for views on Instagram and Facebook, whatever.
Of course.
I would see they would show people in Toronto, like on fucking Instagram, they would go to the fucking LCBO and LCBO, that's our liquor store, right?
Yeah.
And they would buy all the fucking Russian alcohol and they would make videos of themselves pouring it on the garbage, like on the ground, right? And people are like, okay, nice, but you've already you spent all the money to buy it, so they've already made the money off of you. So if anything, you look like an idiot. pouring away the liquor that you just spent the money on. You know, like
My God.
So they think they're hurting the Russian economy by buying the liquor.
Their economy is thriving, actually.
Yeah, and
It's
pouring
better
it
than
out
ever.
on the floor. Like you're not doing nothing.
Bro,
You're looking like an idiot.
This sanction hasn't done nothing. It only made things worse for the Europe, for Germany. Germany has no gas line pipeline anymore. They're fucked, bro. They're gonna like fucking freeze. Listen, man, this only made things worse for Europe, for France, for everybody. Russia's like, we're fine here. We got Siberia. We got all the resources here. We got a big ass fucking huge country here. We're fine. Don't worry about our resources.
Yeah.
I mean, but see, people don't even know how big the Russia is. If they look at it on the map, they're gonna say you could put like 5 different Americas in there. You could put 5 United States in there, and still it's not gonna fit. Like, cause you know, they don't know, man. That's the problem with people. They're so uneducated, man. They don't know, and this is why they're able to manipulate these elites are able to manipulate the world, because people are so dumb. I'm sorry, everybody, but people are dumb. We're not too bright, because if we were too bright, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in right now. $38 trillion in deficit. Come on, man. What happened with the Iraq War? Wasted all the lives over there. How many? 2 million died. How many soldiers died for what? Because we thought some guy had weapons of mass destruction, and they found nothing.
Nothing.
They found the guy fucking hiding in a fucking hole, and then they hanged him. So listen, like, what have we accomplished in Afghanistan? We were fighting against the Taliban, and we promised the Afghanistan people, we're gonna build democracy here. You're gonna have a good life. And what did we do? We fucking left them. And now, guess what? Taliban, for the same Taliban that was killing our soldiers, same Taliban that was beheading people over there, it's now got his own country. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. So 20 years went for nothing. 20 years wasted of life, of lives, damaged lives, and nothing was accomplished. Money was wasted, lives were wasted, nothing was accomplished. All you accomplished is you made more angry people, more martyrs, you made more, you just made things worse. You made things fucking worse. And that's all you did. That's all you fucking did. People need to wake the fuck up, dude. It's just like, this is not too difficult to understand. There's a groups of people who are running this world, and they want to control everything. And they don't have your best interest for you. They only have their best interest for them, so they can run their bloodlines of families to run the world and control the power. It's all about the power and control. It's not that difficult to understand. All right? It's just talking. It's just wasting time, dude. Like, no, I wanna check my Pornhub. I saw this chick in there. I don't know what the fuck is this guy talking about. I want to look at the Pornhub. They don't give a fuck, dude. You're just wasting your time.
I think the world would be a lot better place if people just worried about their own backyard.
Exactly.
What's happening in somebody else's backyard.
But no, they want to put these ribbons, you know. Oh, I want to save the planet. Oh, I want to save this. Why don't you save yourself first, all right? And educate yourself and grow some brains. No. You already have brains. Grow a common sense. How's that? Grow logic and common sense. 2 things. It shouldn't be difficult for people to do. To grow 2 things. Logic and common sense, which is lacking right now. As we speak, as of this minute, as of this second, logic, common sense, nowhere to be found. The most difficult thing to find these days on this planet. And then we wonder why the UFO doesn't just land and say hello. Can't you see how eager they are to come down here? If I was an alien, and me and the other alien were passing by this planet, and we saw all this shit, you know what I would tell my alien friend? Let's keep on moving, dude. Fuck this shit. Forget about it. That's what I would say. Leave these fuckers alone. All right? Don't bring this shit here. I don't know. Listen, man. I look. I don't mean to be so. I don't mean to be a pessimist, because I'm positive. You know, believe it or not, this might be difficult for some people out there who don't like me to believe this, but I'm a very positive guy. I'm a fun guy if you hang out with me in person, and I want to see things be positive. I want to see things be great in life, and I'm very optimistic. Even when things are bad, I'm always optimistic. Even during the war in Bosnia, there was still that optimism. I was like, no, I'll get through this. You know, this will be over. People will get better. And they did. The war was over, and everybody started living together, marrying each other. They didn't care if you're a Muslim or Christian or Orthodox or Catholic or Jewish or whatever, Hindu. They didn't give a fuck. They were just loving each other and living a life. So I want to see that. I want to see more of that. I don't want to see divisions. I don't want to see cults and clubs and I'm part of this club, I'm part of that club. I don't want to see that shit. I want to see us as human beings. I don't give a fuck about the fact that you were born in some country by accident. Nothing to be proud of that. I don't give a fuck about that. When you look at the planet from the outside, from a space, you don't see any borders, do you? There ain't no fucking borders, no fucking flags. It's just continents and a big giant oceans.
Yeah.
Blue oceans and green land and brown, you know, sand. So that's how we look at this planet. That's our home. We all share it. But we got to stop stroking our dicks and we got to stop pretending that your dick's bigger than mine, or your dick performs better than mine, or my shit doesn't stink and yours smells good like flowers. That's what needs to change, man. But let's be realistic. Since the dawn of humankind, that DNA, it's still there. My dick's bigger than yours, and therefore I'm going to slap you with it. Who am I kidding? That will never change. So enjoy what you've got, enjoy what you have, and don't expect to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. So if I seem a little bit pessimistic, I'm being pessimistic because that's not because I wanted it to be. That's just me reflecting what the world is that I was born into. It's reflecting onto me. And that's it. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And I'm analyzing it. We're just analyzing it. I'm not picking and choosing or anybody's sides, or I'm not telling you what's right, what's wrong. We're just talking and analyzing. Me and Cameron, we're just analyzing here.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing.
The reality is that the average American and the average Canadian, and I'm pretty sure the average UK person, they can't afford war. They can barely afford their fucking groceries.
They can barely afford a PlayStation VR too.
Yeah, like think about it, like, you know how many people are telling me that, I can't, eat the same I did before, so now I have to eat like fucking shittier foods because all I can afford. Now, going to war and continuing to fund war means your taxes are going to go up. This is going to go up. So the average guy and girl who lives in North America or who lives in Europe, they don't want war because they can't afford it anyways. It's like okay, I want to help you, but I won't be able to feed my family if we go to war.
Nobody wants to go to war. Who wants to war? The powerful, the elites, the 1%. That's who wants the war, not the people. People hate the fucking war. Nobody wants the war. Ask anybody on the street right now. They'll tell you the same thing. I don't want to send my children to war, to fight some war.
Nothing's going to happen. What the fuck? Even if, let's say, one place wins over the other, what did you really win? Because in another year, there's going to be another war again. Something else you're not going to get along with, right?
Yeah. And then they talk about the Orange Man, but at least Orange Man didn't create any wars. When he was there in the office, he shook hands with everybody. He communicated with everybody. Even people who were considered to be our enemies, he was able to sit down and talk. That's called progress. That's good. That's not something to say it's negative. That's good. That he's willing to sit down and talk to Kim Jong-un. That he's willing to sit down and talk to this guy or that guy, or Chinese leader. That's a good thing. That's not a terrible thing. That's a progress. That's something to be proud of.
Patrick B. David, right? Valuetainment. So he was doing an interview and he said a great quote that stuck in my head. And recently, and he said, isn't it funny how the man that we thought would bring the world to war actually kept peace. But the man who we thought would bring peace to the world
brought to war.
Is actually bringing havoc to the world. So
exactly.
What he's trying to say is that Donald Trump, everybody expected that Donald Trump would bring war, but when Donald Trump was president, there was no war.
Cameron,
he said the only war that people had with Donald Trump was his fucking Twitter remarks, what he wrote on Twitter.
Cameron, even my taxes were lower.
Yeah, everybody says that. You know what? When I tell people that, I know I have a lot of black friends who live in America, and they tell me that I don't give a fuck if Donald Trump is racist. The man made my taxes substantially less than Biden.
Me too. I got money back, actually. Yeah, I got money back, bro.
Yeah, they're like, when Donald Trump was there, he was giving incentive for first-time business owners. So I was making money when Donald Trump was there, right? Now that Biden is there,
money.
Yeah, now I'm fucking losing money. Now all of these benefits that I had before,
they're
gone. Yeah, they're like, I don't give a fuck about what he does in his personal opinion. I don't give a shit if Donald Trump is banging hookers, if he's saying this or that. At the end of the day, he was making it easy for me to support my family.
Hey, that's why I said, I'm glad that this video will not be monetized, because that only means I'm going to pay more in taxes on my 1099. No, so I don't give a fuck, when he, look, not only that, but he gave us, during a COVID, he gave me a $1,500 for a relief. It's like a relief money for the COVID-19. Dude, come on, man. That was nice of him that he did that. So I have no really issues with this guy. Zero. Things were good, man. I was able to buy different televisions left and right. I was doing great. I was high rolling. Seriously, man. 2016, 2017, I was high rolling, dude. I was doing good.
I hope people wake up in 2024, though, when they have the elections.
Oh, they will. Trust me.
Fuck.
Oh, believe me. They will.
They were smart. They put Kamala Harris there because they knew she was a person of color, and they figure, you know what, we're gonna attract all these minorities and I'm a person of color, so I can say this because it's true. And they're like, okay, we're gonna get all these people. But now, let's be realistic. When was the last time have you seen Kamala Harris doing something? You don't. The last time I see her was, don't come.
Oh, I will come.
Yeah, don't come. That's it. In the beginning, when they were getting, now you do not see any of them doing anything. At least Donald Trump, he was in the fucking media every day saying, no, if you fucking come here, we're gonna blow your ass up, right? He stood his fucking ground, right?
To me,
whether you like the guy or not, he was,
You know what? To me, Kamala Harris is like a cutout cardboard, like that sits in like a shopping center,
Yeah.
Like with her big horse's teeth,
and they paid her money, and they're like, we're gonna use you to be the face of this campaign, and then because
she's always smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
Well, what's so funny all the time? Like she's, what are you so happy about? I don't like a person that's always happy 24/7. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you so happy 24/7, dude? There's nothing that bothered you. The traffic didn't bother you. That something's wrong with that person, dude, right? If the person's always happy.
Yeah.
That's weird, dude. That's not human. That's not normal. What's normal is some shit's pissing you off, right? Or this guy cut you off, or in front of the traffic, or your package didn't arrive on time, or whatever, or you gotta pay more on your electricity bill or whatever, right? Something's pissing you off, right? Yeah. But you can be always happy, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man. But she's always happy. My God, we're living in a fucking movie, dude. Some fucking simulation movie or some shit, man. Can't make this shit up, bro. Are these people even humans? Somebody was asking. Is Washington D.C., is those aliens, reptilians? What the fuck is going on in that?
It's a business, man. It's the biggest business in the world. That's what it is.
It's a District of Columbia. It's a district of aliens or some robots or some shit.
When you think about what they do, all of a sudden the Mexican cartel seems more. They seem like they're more decent people.
Yeah.
You know, because at least you know what they stand for. They don't hide anything. They're like, no, we're fucking criminals, and all we care about is, we're gonna sell you our cocaine. That's
Exactly.
it. We're not hiding. We're not pulling any tricks over your eyes. And all we're doing is we're selling cocaine. We're selling yayo. Whatever you see in that TV show Narcos, that's what we do. We're not hiding anything, right? But these politicians, they're bamboozling you and making you believe, okay, yeah, we're for you.
Yeah.
But next thing you know, you're fucking paying for their war. You're paying for the new fucking tanks that they're sending off to a different country.
Yeah, and did you find out that list starting to leak of the people that went to the island?
Yeah.
And man, some people, I can't even say it on here, but holy shit, bro. All those individuals that we thought were supposed to be our heroes, well, you'll be disappointed.
Listen, the people who were actually talking, like facts back then, they all got canceled. They're like, you know what, we gotta shut these people up.
Yeah.
We're gonna cancel all of them. Fuck.
I think there's some kind of awakening is gonna happen in 10 years from now. People are gonna really realize it has to happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to happen. Oh, let's hope, but it has to. It has to. Ah, man.
Anyways, I gotta get going. I'm gonna go have a meal. It was nice being on
Yeah,
the live
man.
stream.
Me too. I'm gonna have to get some sleep for tomorrow. I'll be early tomorrow for you guys.
All
with
right,
some
yeah, I'll be there.
with some Zombie Land, with some Woody Harrelson, pew 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 pew, some fun stuff. Yeah, and everybody who came in on the chat, we really appreciate you guys. And just remember, this is how we talk, man. We're just like any conversation, we'll just start talking about it. These are our opinions. Our opinions shouldn't affect your opinions. It's just we like having these conversations. Me and Cameron, we like having it. And we did talk about PlayStation VR. Honestly, we did cover it in great length.
If somebody asks something in the chat, sometimes we'll go a different direction because we're gonna answer the question. We may start talking about PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. Yeah, that's what's unique about the channel.
Yeah, but anyway, to make it really like short for everybody who were watching, yes, having the racing wheel, of course. Yeah, it's gonna make the experience more immersive, and you're gonna feel like you are really driving a car. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, Cameron, other than just it feels like you're really driving a car. But the only difference is you get to experience what it's like to drive a high performance car, and you get to do that for $600. So that's maybe a small little price to pay to experience 400 plus licensed cars, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But always a pleasure, man. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Deacon. Dominic, whoever came in. Thank you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Always a pleasure, man. Always. I love having these streams. Dude, I enjoy it, actually. I can't wait, actually. I can't wait to do these streams. It's fun. To me, this is not work. This is fun. Like, I enjoy this shit. Me and Cameron could do this for 12 hours and still keep going. Like, yeah, we could do it. If there was, like, hundreds of people, yeah, maybe even longer. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if people ask questions in the chat, sometimes the conversation will go towards that question. So if people have a question and they want us to, or a topic, we can talk about it too. Like we talked about the Last of Us TV show. We talked about Phil Spencer.
Yeah, but like Cameron says, guys, if you have any questions about the VR, this is like the best time to ask me. Instead of waiting for me to answer it on the comments whenever I look at the comments. Now this is the best time, correct? Like live stream is the best time to ask me anything regarding this VR headset. So you have an opportunity tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. You got the entire day to ask me. And, we'll have, Mr. Mike, Cameron. We'll have, they're going to switch back and forth to read your comments,
Yeah.
So, ask any question regarding the VR headset. Please. I'll be more than happy to answer it for you, Cameron, thank you, brother. Always a pleasure.
No problem.
And I'll see you tomorrow, man. Hi, brother. Cheers.
Later.
All right.